And I was muted. Great start. Sorry, guys. Okay, welcome to the Coach Dave Lamont Ultimate channel. So we're doing the, we're starting our Create a Coach series, which is like a live stream format of a track guide, right? Where we can go a little bit more in depth with stuff, and then at the same time, take what we've learned in the track guide and then take it into actual daily races. So you can see what you've learned, put into practice. So today we're going to be doing Le Mans in the Valkyrie hypercar. Yeah, all good, Matt. Thank you for that. Sorry, guys. And let's just see really quick. The actual race starts. So we're going to go through it really quick for you, okay? We don't want to waste any time. Let's see. The daily race is... it's this one here, upcoming. So when is the next one? So we'll do the one after this. So that'll start... races schedule, and it'll be 20. Let's see, next one's at 2140. We might get to the 21. If not, we'll get to the 2241. Again, I don't want to skip on any information here for you guys, so we're just gonna get through it as efficiently as we can, and then get into the races, okay? So I've got a replay for you here. Now, for this track guide, right, we're using these brand new balance setups, these new setups from Coach Dave. And what they are, we'll load the replay up while we're waiting, is think about currently with Coach Dave Academy and their setups, you've got the safe setup and you've got esports setup, right? Now, on one end, you've got a very aggressive setup, which takes quite a lot of practice to do well in. And it's not great, especially if you just think like you've come home from work and you're not feeling great and you don't really have the time to practice, and you jump into a race that you've got on and it's really hard to drive because of that fact. Then on the other end, you've got the safe setup, which they're easy to drive, but they're very frustrating because they're quite understeer and you find yourself growing out of them quite quickly. And that's where these new balance setups come in, right? There's one so far that I know of. There's one for every hypercar at Le Mans. And we used the Valkyrie for this one, and it was really good. So it's a balance between that drivability and the ease of use and pace. And to put it into perspective, my fastest time so far, and I'll show you guys on the Delta app in a second. So my fastest time at Le Mans so far is 3:25.2. right, on quali with an esports setup, like a custom setup. Using this balance setup last night, when I gave it a go for the first time, I managed to get a 3:25.4. So it's only 2/10 off my pace with an esports setup. So they're quite good. They're up there. They're only like on the straights. I mean, you'll see in a second in the Delta app, they're only about a kilometer slower in the straights, but they're much easier on the brakes, and they're quite easy in the corners too. So I'll get the lap ready. So it was lap 23, I believe. Let me just get my, we'll flick over to the Delta app quickly. Was it was lap 20, is lap 23. Yeah, because it always goes a lap behind on here. It's a weird bug with LMU. So let's back over here. So we'll go lap 23. So we're going to take you through every corner. We're going to explain it in depth for you so you can get all the information, and then we will jump into a race, okay? So lap 23 is here. And I'll just make sure at the end, because I believe this was it. So 22. Yeah, so this is the out lap. And then, yeah, and then 23. Okay, cool. So let's jump in here quick. Now I've got chat up above me here, so if you've got any questions, just let me know. Okay, so we'll go to the end of the lap here. All right. So let's get this up. So obviously when you start the lap, you want to try and carry, it's actually quite important. This final chicane is quite important for the start of the lap, because you can lose a 10th on the start of the lap if you take the chicane too slow. So it's just important, don't over slow the car too much when you come through, So you can see here, I was a little slow here, but it wasn't too bad. But we're at about 100 kilometers per hour, right, when we exit. But the main thing is just, you can use this rumble strip here and just try and keep the car as straight as possible. But the main thing is when you come from the chicane here, we'll go into the cockpit mode. Just make sure you get the wheel as straight as possible, because if you put the throttle too early here, you're going to spin before the lap even starts, okay? So just ease on the throttle and then get ready to start the lap. Now, there is a trick you can do here. Did I do it here? Let me just have a look quickly. So I just did it the standard way here, but you can cut in more. Like if I'll show you the car, you can cut in more here. And then as you get to the corner, you can follow and then come out, and it tends to make the delta go a tiny bit. If you're really desperate for some lap time, you can use that too. But that's just a little trick you can do, but it's quite irrelevant anyways. So first thing we do, we're getting the car all the way to the left. And our turning point for the corner, because as you know, is we turn into this corner flat, then we go heavy on the brakes, right? So what you can use as a braking point is, see how you've got turning point, sorry. See these two solid white lines, painted white lines? We enter the curb as we get here, and then we turn in just before that white line ends, or by the time we reach that white line. And that gives us a pretty easy idea of when we should be turning in for the corner. So if you look at it, see, as the white line ends, we turn in for the corner, okay? So I'll show you from cockpit view here. So you see, we come into the corner. We can put our car all the way over the curb. That's fine. We reach the first white line, so we get ready to turn in for the corner. Then by the time we reach the end of the next white line here, we turn in, okay? And the aim is, there's so many ways. Like, I see people taking it super narrow so their car is out more, out to the left more here. Actually, we'll use chase cam for this. Like, their car's out to the left here more, and then the car's pointing. You can see my cursor, it's pointing towards the curb. The main thing is here, make sure your wheel is straight. Make sure the car is straight and the wheel is facing straight, because you need to go straight onto the brakes and you're traveling quite quickly. And if the wheel is even a little bit bent, it's very easy to lock up, okay? So the main thing here, don't stress too much. You obviously want to be as close as possible to the curb, right? So you can open up the corner as much as possible. But sometimes when you turn in for this corner, it gets a little bit, you might be next to somebody on the track. Like, it gets a bit messy sometimes. The main thing to keep in your head is just keep the car straight, keep the wheel straight, okay, before you start braking. Now, show you again as we come in. Our braking point is just as the curb, you see how there's this bend on the painted white line here? As we reach that bend, that's when we start braking pretty much. So as the curb straightens out, I'll show you again from out. Well, this is probably a better view. So we have the curb bending, and then it straightens up. That's where we start braking pretty much, okay? So you see, we get the wheel straight, because right now our wheel is turned. We get the wheel straight, and then you can start braking a little bit before, but make sure you get the wheel straight as possible, right? And then on the brakes, and we're going down to, usually in some cars third gear, some cars second gear. The Valkyrie tends to like a lower gear because it tends to understeer higher speeds. I prefer second gear as well. And we're going down to second gear, okay? And I'll show you in normal pace that you can see. So we turn in, on the brakes, down to second gear, and then onto the next curb, okay? So I'll show you in chase cam mode. We've got our chase cam mode. So again, using all the curb here. See, this is right on the track limits on the white line. Turning in as we reach the second painted white line, straight on the brakes, and then down to second gear, trailing off, and then we meet onto the curb. You can get a little more time if you get the left side tires onto this sausage curb, but you got to be careful not to touch this anti-cut flag, because that one there is what's going to give you a lap invalidation. But also this curb can sometimes unsettle the car a bit. So it's up to you. If you feel confident to get that extra time, you can start here and then work your way closer to the sausage curbs. Just be careful with it is all, okay? Now, there's a little trick here with this one. As we turn in, we go back on the throttle when we reach the apex. But the trick here is obviously you need to lift off the throttle and then flick the car to the right, like so. But the trick is don't lift off the throttle completely. So if you look at see this green bar here, this is on the bottom right, this is our throttle meter. We put it in slow motion for you. So we reach the curb, right? Then we go back on the throttle. Then we flick the wheel over to the right. But as we lift, there's just a little bit of throttle there. And it's just to kind of, it helps keep the car a little more stable at the rear, but it also just helps us keep our speed going through this corner. And we're aiming for, again, same thing here. I'll show you guys in this view. We're aiming for this next apex. And again, we can touch a little bit of this sausage curb, but this one tends to unsettle the car a little bit more and can bring the rear out. And I'll show you here, okay? So I'll show you the corner properly. So down to second gear, on the throttle, flick the wheel over to the right, back on the throttle, and then we can get the car all the way over to the exit curb. So then in chase cam, same thing. I'll show you guys in Delta app in a second. So down to second gear, onto the first apex curb. Then we flick the car over to the right and lift off. And then we aim the car to the sausage curb here, and that's right on the track. That is literally right on the track limits there too. You see that? It's just next to the anti-cut strip. So we used every bit of possible track there. You can see here, okay? And then as you reach, you've got to be careful when you go on the throttle here. You've got to be a little, like I'll show you from the cockpit mode. When we go on the throttle, it's not fully straight on the throttle. We start to balance the wheel out. You can see the wheel is turning slightly, and we're just shimming the wheel a little bit to try and balance it. And then when we feel it straighten up, then we go back on the throttle fully. And then as we exit, same thing here. We can use all of this curb. You can get the curb over more. Again, this is the limit here, the anti-cut flags. But it's not. I've never really found it to be that necessary, because what happens is you've got underneath the middle of this car, you have like a plank. And if that hits this curb, the car tends to get a little bit unstable. So my opinion is just, this is enough. It just depends how much speed you took and how early you went on the throttle when you exited the corner. So I'll show you the whole series of corners really quick so you can see what's happening here. So just from here. So all the way over, using all the track, turn in before the white line. Then we hit the brakes as the curb straightens out. Down to second gear. Reach this first apex. Back on the throttle, lift, and then flick the wheel to the right. Aim for the next apex here. Then back on the throttle smoothly, balance the car using all the throttle, okay? And we'll flick over to the Delta app now. Let me just flick over to it. So I'll show you here. So we got this is our lap, 325.4. And the reference lap is I'll show you guys the, where's our leaderboard? Click on the ranks tab. So we do have the fastest lap on the leaderboard currently, but lock that. So the reference lap is our lap still. Just move it to over there. Cool. We'll just zoom this in a little bit for you. So same thing. You see, as the curb straightens out, onto the brake. Then as we reach the apex, so focus on the left side, the blue side here. As we reach the apex, back on throttle, lift, turn to the right, back on throttle the apex, and see, look at the throttle. See, it's not shooting up to 100% straight away. We're just modulating it. And then once the car stabilizes, then we go back on the throttle 100%. Okay. Right, let's go back to the replay mode. So another trick you can do here, when we prepare for this next corner, is see when we get to this curb, you can actually bring the whole car and use this green here. And it gains you a little bit of time, right? All it is it just means you have to turn the wheel less. and that it opens up the corner more so that when you turn in here to the right, you don't have to turn the wheel as much, and it just helps you get a little bit more time, okay? Because obviously, the less you turn the wheel, the higher speed you can still travel at, because when you turn the wheel, the more you turn it, the tire is not in its natural position, so it's going to affect your acceleration, okay? So I'll show you what the car looks like when we go over that. So you can see here, see I can place the car just more or less onto the green here, okay? Just to open up that little bit extra. Now what we do, this is all flat. So as the curb ends, we bring it in, we keep a really tight line. And our braking point is, it's just after. This one is a little bit more, it's a bit more feel, but if you see these red markers here, these or these cut markers, whatever you want to call them, it's just after you pass them basically. So if I go slow-mo, so if we look at the chase cam now, we just passed them, and it's kind of like, would you say like a car length and a half, something like this, just after you pass them. You can also use, let's see what else we can use here. I usually use the change in color of the grass as well, because you can see there's like a brown patch that you can use there. You can also use the display board. Yours might have a display depending on your graphic settings. You can use the display board as well as it gets to the right side of your screen. That's also another one, because you look at where we go on the brake, it's more or less to the right side of the screen. You can use that too. Again, it's this corner, it goes by feel. You start off using these red anti-cut markers as the marker, and then you go a little bit later and later till you get the feel of it. So yeah, about a car length, car and a half length afterwards, after you pass these markers, okay? Now, obviously you want to try and keep the car as close as you can to the edge, to the right side of the track, so you can open up your entry into the next corner. But the key here is not to brake too much, because if you do, you're going to get understeer and you're going to lose a lot of time. And you see what we do here. We come in, we go down to third gear, and you see we trail off quite quickly. So if we play this in slow motion for you, right? So when we go on the brakes, we don't even peak at 100% brake. It's about 75% there, 75 to 80% brake pressure. Okay, and then we go down to third, and we're trailing off quite early. Okay, and you can hear there's there's a bit of a chirp there, because this car does like to lock the fronts, but that's how you can tell you kind of at the limit of the braking. All right, so as we come in for the corner, we want to bring the left side tires over to this curb here, but we don't want to touch this curb. Okay, actually I'll bring this view for you. So we don't want to touch this curb. We want to just kind of get it. If we go into chase cam, you can see. I tend to more aim for the white line, to be honest, because if you touch this curb, it's going to unsettle the car, right? And that's good. First off, that reduces your speed instantly while you're traveling in, so you lose time there. But then it also makes you have to wait longer then to go back on the throttle, because you've got to wait for the car to steady itself again, right? So it's always best, I always go for the white line, but yeah, on the limit, it's just next to the curb, but don't touch the curb, okay? So we'll play at normal speed for you. So using all of the track, this is all flat, up to fifth gear, braking about a car length after these red markers here. Down to third gear, sorry. Bring the car in, and then once you feel the wheels, the car stabilize, then you start to feed the throttle back on like this. Okay? So again, I'll show you in slow motion, in chase cam. So again, we come in flat. Then on the brakes, about 75, 80%. Down to third gear, bring the car in. As soon as you hit the apex and you feel the car stabilize, back on the throttle. Now you can use a bit of this curb, I'll show you. So you can use just a little bit. Don't take too much though, because if you take too much, it's going to unsettle the car, and then the rear will snap out, and then you could crash. Worst case scenario, or you lose a lot of speed from doing that. All right, so we just want to go on the edge here, you can see. And then we get ready for the next corner. Okay, so I'll show you guys in cockpit mode one more time. So bring the car all the way over the curb, then hard into the right. Again, keep a very tight line. Use this white line as your guide here. Down to third gear. Wait, patience, back on the throttle. Get the car turned. And then prepare for the next corner. Okay, so we'll flick over to Delta app as well. Get my Delta app up. Where are we? So we go to this corner here. So we've done the first chicane. So here you can see, just bring up that much there. So let's zoom it in. So again, we cut in. Then as it's about, yeah, you hit the apex. It's about car length after. Yeah, about a car length, car and a half. So you look at the brake pressure. It's 80%. It peaks at 80%. So we don't go full on the brake. If you do that, you will lock the tires, usually the front tires, and it will understeer, and then you lose time. So don't obsess over trying to brake too late here. Just, yeah, car length after, 80% brake pressure, it's more than enough. We trail off quite early. Then we come in, hit the apex, and then back on the throttle. And you can go on the throttle pretty early. Like if you look at the throttle here, like it's basically 100% pretty soon. Then prepare for the next corner. Okay. Let's flick over. So now, this is the Tetra Rouge corner coming up. Now this car really struggles on this one, right? There's two ways you can do it. You can brake earlier. I'll show you the braking point in a second. You can brake earlier and keep the car in 5th gear. Or you can brake a little bit later, which is what I like to do, and downshift to 4th gear. It doesn't cost you too much time. There's barely anything in it. I find that braking a bit later, downshifting to 4th gear tends to give you, it's more consistent. Okay. So our braking marker, there's a couple things you can use here. So I usually use, we go back a bit. So you've got the railing will change color. It goes dark gray, or you can see the curb here. So if you look at the curb, it gets quite dirty in the middle there. Where it's dirty, that's where I tend to brake. It's also in line where that over here, if we fast forward it, it's also where this railing changes color to dark gray. Or you can go just before this electric truck or board, or the power unit for the board, whatever it is, this gray box. You can use that as well, just a little bit before it. On the right side, you can use the BMW M board. That's also one, but that's a bit early. Let's have a look, actually. I never use this one. Let's have a look. You could use this. Nah, it's a bit early. You could, if you want to use 5th gear, it's still a bit early. I would use where the railing changes color, or the curb becomes dirty. Okay. Now what we do here, it's not too much brake. It's very similar to the previous corner. We look at our brake pressure. It's like 40%. So if it peaks at about 40, 45, maybe 50%. It's hard to read it from this bar, but it's about 45 to 50%. Okay. And then we trail off really quickly, because if you're on the brake for too long here, the car will understeer, right? And you're gonna think that you're not getting enough rotation and you have to brake earlier, but the fact is you're actually braking too much, and that's why you're not making the corner. Okay, so we come in, and then we aim for the apex curb on the right, but we don't want to go on these cut strips here too much. I'll bring up chase camera, actually. That'll explain it better. Because if we hit these if we hit these cut strips, they can cause you to then understeer out as you exit the corner, and that's going to give you a lap invalidation, because the line here is quite tight. All right. So I'll show you guys in slow-mo here in cockpit mode. So about 45-50% on the brake. Trail off really early. I downshift to 4th. I prefer that. Then as we turn in, we aim for the apex on the right, and then you can go on the throttle pretty early here. As soon as you reach this apex, it's pretty aggressive on the throttle, more or less straight back up to 100%, and then we straighten the wheel out. Okay, and then this is basically the track limits here. The main thing is you got to keep two wheels, the right side two wheels on the white line. The limits at the moment are a little lenient, right? Because sometimes you go past it and it doesn't give you a cut. It'll give you just a green. Yeah, see how far you can push it. At the moment, I'll admit it is quite lenient, but you can see here, I actually went a little bit past it and it was fine. It went green. So yeah, see how far you can push it at the moment. But the usual way is try and keep the wheels on the white line, or also stay away from these anti-cut flags as well. That's another good indicator, okay? So I'll show you guys in chase mode now. So again, braking, where the curb gets dirty, you can see the curb starts to get dirty here. We start to hit the brake, and then there's also the railing as well that we can use. On to the next apex curb, and then we go out, use all the track width, and then power out. Now we won't need to show that. Actually, yeah, we'll show it on Delta. It's a pretty simple corner, that one. But, we'll show it regardless. So let me just bring it up for you here. So on the Delta app, we come in. Here's Tetra Rouge here. Let me just zoom in a little bit for you so you can see it better. All right, so you can see we come in. Now the brake pressure, like I said, as we brake, yeah, it peaks at 51%. So yeah, just half your brake pedal, basically, right? Trail off nice and quickly. Then back on the throttle, you can go pretty aggressively, it's fine. And then just use all the track width, and then prepare for the next corner, okay? So now, the Mulsanne straights, there's only one rule you got to really stick to, and it's stay away from the middle, right? Because in the GT3s, they gain time going there in the middle of the track, but the hypercars definitely do not. They scrape the bumps a lot there in the middle, right? But as we exit, I try to line up each kind of bend in the turn, right? Because we don't want to turn the wheel more than we have to. So see, as I exit the corner, I'm aiming for this first curve here, right? When I hit this one, we keep it straight. Then as we reach this curve, I don't want to turn, right? I don't want to follow the curve. That's where I then drift across. Because we don't want to have to turn the wheel unnecessarily, right? So we drift across, and you can see here, the easiest way to remember this, just pick a side. You're either on the right side or the left side. Just never go in the middle, pretty much. Okay. So we can just fast forward this. Now with the upshifts, actually, hey Red, good to see you, brother. So with the upshifts, the main thing to remember, especially when you go from 6th gear to 7th, just let it, if you look at our meter, yeah, our tachometer, whatever you want to call it, speedometer, we upshift when you see it flash, because you got this V12 engine, you want to use all of it, right? So when it flashes, that's when you upshift. And then here we just stay on the one side, on the left side. Now for the what's this one they call the PlayStation chicane? We need to move over to the left as much as we can because we're going to open up the corner, right? But we don't want to go here too early because this part of the road is quite bumpy and it's going to cause us to, well, not only does it unsettle the car when you go on the brakes or just before you go on the brakes, you can lose a little bit of time here because of the bumps when they hit the left side wheels, right? So what you'll see we do is we stay on the actual road. Then as we approach our braking point, then we move over, yeah, at the last second kind of thing. You don't want to do it too late. You want to just before you get to the braking point, okay? Now, the braking point, you can start by using this orange railing. So we go back here. You can start with this orange railing, but my advice to you is once you feel confident, start to brake a little bit after, like maybe half a car length after. Let's have a look and see what it looks like in chase cam. About a car length after the railing, okay? So start here on the railing, but then try to go a little bit later after that. Now, the key here is obviously one, we open up the corner as much as we can. And what we want to do here is bring the car down to third gear. Now, there's two ways you can do this, right? You can brake earlier and bring the car down to third gear. And then when we reach the second part of the chicane, which I'll show you in a second, we keep it in third gear. Or you can do it, what I do is you brake a bit later. I like to send it a bit faster into the corner. We brake where I broke here. And then we go, when we hit the first apex, we go into second gear. Right, and we'll show you now. So, hard on the brakes, down to third gear. Now, when we come in, we can use this curb, right? And the general rule with these chicanes, when you enter them, is, so when you enter the chicane, you can use all this sloped part, but try not to put the car over past it. Because what happens there, I've just found, is the middle of the car will scrape and it can become quite unsettled. And then what happens there is when you try to go for the next part of the corner, the rear is going to spin out when you tap the brake. So for me, my rule is usually I use, you can see here, I try and use all of the curb, but I don't go past that with the right side wheels, okay? So when we come in, again, 100% brake, and I'll play it in slow motion, 100% brake, just going down to third gear. You can see we're pretty heavy on it. We start to trail off at about fifth gear, start turning in, down to third gear, and then as we reach the apex, again, same thing, just don't go over. Now, you don't get much time to change direction here, but pretty much as you reach this curb, you keep a little bit of brake pressure, and then you flick it down to second gear. Actually, this cockpit mode will be better for this one, actually. So we'll go to cockpit mode here. So we get the car a little bit straight, and then still about 10%, what was it, would you say, like 15% on the brake? Yeah, about 15% on the brake. Down to second gear, and then we flick the car in to the left. And it's the same thing here. As we reach this curb, bring it into chase cam mode for you. Same thing, you can use all of this. Sometimes I have put the car over this curb and it's been okay. But usually if you do that, there's a high chance you're going to unsettle the car and it starts to wobble too much, which means then you have to wait to go back on the throttle when you exit, okay? So for me, yeah, see, I just kept it basically on the edge of that curb the whole way through before I went on the exit, okay? So let's go to, we'll keep it in chase cam actually, and I'll just show you the entrance. So again, moving over to the left, the bumpy section at the last second, down to third gear, use as much of that curb as you can, just don't go past it. Then as you reach the apex, keep the brakes on a little bit, like 15%, downshift to second gear, and then just a little bit more brake, and then trailing, and then use all of that there, all of the curb on the left, and then back on the throttle, okay? So we'll go into cockpit mode for this one. So it depends how much speed you took through here. If you took a little bit more speed, see, I almost lost the car actually because I used a little bit too much curb there. This was close because if you look here, as I exit, I had to balance the car because I almost lost the rear. But the main thing is when you exit here, you can use all that curb, same thing again, and you can actually bring the right side tires over the curb a bit, but you've got to be careful how much you do that because again, it'll unsettle the car. So just use as much of this curb as you can, and yeah, you can go a little bit past that, okay? So I'll show you the whole thing in cockpit mode here before we move on to the next chicane, and I'll show you on Delta app too. So braking point, orange railing a little bit after, harden the brakes down to third gear, reach the apex, keep the brake on a little bit, tap it down to second, trail braking again, back on the throttle, and then power out. Okay, so let's head into Delta app and I'll just show you what it looks like on Delta app. Go. Ferrari Tetra Rouge here, and then placed here's the first chicane. A bit more for you. Let's zoom it in for you. Okay, so same thing here. Look at the brake pressure, 100% on the brake, trailing off, And as we reach the apex, we've still got the brakes on a little bit. It's about, at the most, we bring it down to about 7%, so it's barely anything, right? Then we go down to second gear. You can see this little gear icon shows our gear. So you see we're in third gear. We go down to second gear, put a little bit more brake pressure on to help slow the car down more. No high. I went about 38%. You could probably go a bit more because as I explained, I took a bit more speed to the corner and it unsettled the rear. But again, basic idea. Back on the throttle, and you can go pretty aggressive with it. The main thing is when you go on the throttle here, just flick over. Oops, sorry, lap 23. Just bring it back for you. So main thing here, when you exit, you can go on the throttle pretty early, but you gotta modulate it, and you gotta balance this wheel out. And then when you exit, you don't want to obsess over getting the car over to the right. I could have actually gained a bit more time if I had kept the wheel straight here and gone over to the left more, but I had unsettled the car, so I was able to get the car rotated more and get back on the throttle. But usually if you're carrying a lot of speed, you will drift over to the left and use all of that on the left there. But then the same rule for this straight applies. All you do is just pick a side, left or right. Never, just always stay away from the middle in the hypercars, okay? So we'll go over to the next one. I'll just fast forward it here for you. Okay, so next braking point for the next chicane. I brake just before at the 100-meter board. If I go into slow motion here for you. Yeah, just before the 100-meter board, right? On the right side here. And again, it's the same process as the chicane we just did. Down to third gear, you can use all of the curb as we enter. And then, actually, I'll show you that now. So we're braking just before the 100-meter board. Again, 100% on the brake. Down to third gear. And you can see here, using as much of the curb as possible. If I turned a little bit earlier, I could have got a bit more time by using more of the curb, but we use quite a bit. And it's the same thing here. As you reach the curb, it's actually earlier on this chicane compared to the one before that. Pretty much as you reach the apex of the chicane, you go down to second gear. See, it's quite early. We go down to second gear, and then we go into the next apex. Okay, so I'll show you that in slow-mo. So 100% on the brakes. I'll do this at normal speed. So we go down to third gear. Then we bring the left side tires over to this curb on the left. Again, you can use quite a lot of it, just don't put the car over because that's going to unsettle the car. Then as we reach this apex here pretty early, I go into second gear, right? And then same thing, a little bit of brake pressure and then trail braking, aiming for the curb on the right now. Same thing, you can use all of this curb. And I'll show you here. You can use all of this curb, just don't go over, because definitely with this one, if you bring the right side tires to the point where they're over this curb, the middle of your car is going to be scraping on that curb and it's going to unsettle the car, that plank that's in the middle of the car, okay? So I'll go to cockpit mode for you here. So same thing here. Once we reach the apex, back on the throttle, and then we can use all of this. Like this is how I would have taken the previous one if I didn't lose the rear a bit. You can take all of this. You can see how far you can cut across, like so. You can be quite aggressive with it, and the car doesn't bottom out. It's fine, and you go out. So let's go. We'll show you the corner from chase cam mode now. So same thing. Actually, I'll show you cockpit mode in normal time. So braking point just before the 100-meter board, down to third gear, on the brakes, second gear, using all the curb, back on the throttle, and then again we can use all of this on the end here, and then bring the car, like I should have done in the previous lap, in the previous corner, all the way out. We can use all of this off-road. Not unnecessarily, depends how much speed you carried, but you can go pretty much all the way out to the end there. It won't be an off track, okay? I'll show you in chase cam. So 100 meter board, car on the brakes down to third gear, first curb, down to second gear, next apex, again, look how much we use. Just don't go past it. Then bring the car out nice and wide, and we can use all of this on the left. And then we use as much as we can. We open the steering wheel out and we let the car drift over to the right side of the track, okay? And then I'll just show you in Delta app. So let's bring up the corner quickly. First chicane, second chicane. There we go. Let's zoom into this. Okay, and it's pretty. The car's quite good on this balance setup compared to an esports one. I think I ended up carrying about the same amount of speed. So, anyways, 100% brake, trailing off. I'll do it a bit slower for you. You can see down to third gear. And as we reach the apex, second gear, bit more brake pressure, trail into the next apex, then back on the throttle. And you see, I gained a bit of time because did I gain some time? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I gained a little bit of time. Keeps flickering. Barely any, but it all counts because I used a little bit more of the exit there. And then we see as we clear it, we drift out and use all the track width that we need to at least, okay? All right, let's flick over to the driving screen again. So next we've got Mulsanne Kink. This is I reckon the hardest corner for this car because it loves to lock the front tires here. It's so frustrating. But same thing here, as you can see what we do. Put into cockpit mode for you. As we exit, we hit the bend here. We don't follow the bend, we go out. We drift out because we don't want to turn the wheel more than we need to, okay? And same thing here, just pick a side, left or right, just stay away from the middle. So I'll just fast forward it for you actually. Now, same little trick here. We use a bit of this road or bumpy road path, whatever you call it, on the left side because we want to open up our entry a little bit as we come in for the braking zone. Because again, this one's very similar to the first corner. Excuse me, you want to get the wheel as straight as possible so you can go really heavy on the brakes because if you've got the wheel turned even a little bit, the car's going to lock up, okay? The tire's going to lock up. So turning point, you can just use the 100 meter board, I believe. Yeah, as you reach the 100 meter board, that's more or less where you turn in. If we look here, yeah, as we reach the 100 meter board, we start turning in pretty much, okay? And our braking zone is, the railing, I used to use the orange railing, but it's a bit inconsistent because it's, sometimes you're gonna get lockups because that's quite late, but you can use these marshals on the right here, or the flag, or that little 20 meter board, okay? So if you look here from cockpit view, so as you reach this 20 meter board or the electronic board or the marshal standing around here, you can use that. Yeah, I'll do slow motion for you. So in slow-mo, yeah, as you reach that, hard onto the brakes, okay? And the goal here is to try and keep the wheel as straight as possible. And what we're doing is, you'll see that we're approaching this corner here, right? And actually what I'll do is no, cockpit mode's better for this. I don't want to focus on the fact that I have to turn in yet. I want to aim the car straight across for that sand trap on the left-hand side. You see what we do here? Because the goal is we want to keep the wheel as straight as possible for the heavy braking. Then we turn in for the corner once we've done that braking, okay? So this is kind of like a trick, you know, the track is trying to trick you to think, oh, I need to start turning in now, but just ignore that. Go straight towards the sand trap. Because if you see what we do here, we travel straight towards the sand trap, okay? And then when we turn in, our turning point is, see this painted white line here? It's as it starts, there's a bit of damage on it. That's what I usually use. You can see that the painted white line here becomes faded or damaged. That's when I turn in. So if we do it in slow-mo, that's basically when I start to turn in the car, okay? So I'll show you in regular cockpit mode. So we go out to the left, then come in, and then we try, the aim is get the wheel straight as possible because we don't want to lock up here, okay? Then our braking point is, again, 20-meter board, electronic board, marshals on the left, on the right. Heavy on the brakes, aiming for the sand trap on the left here. Then as we reach it, we go down to second gear, and as we reach it, turning in, and then as we reach this is basically, I hit the bollard here, but this is basically the track limits. I didn't actually get an invalidation for this. I don't know if that's the track limits being slack, but there was not even a warning at the moment. It could be because the left side tires stayed on the white line, I think. But this is basically as much as you can take. Yeah. More than this, you're going to get yellow warning. Okay. So I'll show you in chase cam mode. So again, pick a side, left or right. And then before we turn in for the corner, over to the left just a little bit, just to get a little bit of a better entry. Then we brake at the marshals here on the right side. Again, aiming for the sand trap on the left. Heavy on the brakes. See this faded part of the white line here? We go down to second gear and then turn in and power out, okay? The main thing here as well is, if you see what I do, I brake and I wait. If you listen to the engine, right? I brake, but see how there's a pause? I don't try and downshift straight away. What that does is it lets it's very easy to lock up on this corner, guys. You've got to be really careful here. What I do when I brake and I wait a split second is it allows the car's revs to drop a bit, which means that as I downshift, the car's revs are already low, which lets me, instead of downshifting, so if I try to do it really aggressively as soon as I hit the brake, it'd be like brake, downshift, downshift, downshift. The car will struggle to downshift because the revs are still too high. You're not able to rev match properly. But if you brake and let the revs go down, so it's brake, wait, and then bang, 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 bang. You can downshift, you can engine brake quite efficiently here. And that helps you get the brake as late as possible and get the car slowed down. Especially in this car likes it. A lot of the LMH cars like it. Because I know the anxiety builds up when you're trying to brake for a heavy braking zone. But try and keep it in your head to brake, wait a second, then bang, 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 bang. And then that's going to help the car. It just keeps the revs steady as you downshift, and it helps keep the car stable. Because otherwise, if you don't, you won't get the car slowed down efficiently, and then you're going to be on the brakes longer because of that. And then the longer you're on the brakes in these hypercars, you have no ABS, you're going to lock up, right? Higher chance of locking up. So let's show you again in cockpit mode. Again, opening up the corner a bit to the left. Turning, going out, coming back in. Heavy on the brakes at the second gear. Then turning in once the line is faded or damaged. Second gear. Then we use all of this. I'll show you so you can see it better. As much as you can. But again, if you go more than this is going to be an invalid lap, right? And then as we reach the apex, smooth on the throttle. And then open up the steering wheel. The main thing to avoid here is don't get your wheels. This curb just, it reduces your speed. I don't know if it's because they're quite harsh on the serration, but for whatever reason, if you get the left side tires on this curb, it just hinders your acceleration at the corner, like it bogs the car down. And you definitely never go over it, because if you go over it, you've got, that's actually, if you look closely, you've got all that sand and gravel, that's just gonna ruin, like, it's done, the lap is done. You never touch that ever. So I tend to go just next to it. Like I go for the white line here, but I try not to touch the curb. Okay, it's not necessary, okay? Oh, good at last. I'm glad you're enjoying it, mate. Again, guys, you can put questions in the chat if you've got any, and I will get to them when I can. I do want to try and get through this nice and efficiently for you, okay? So that we can get into the racing. So again, I'll just show you in chase cam mode. Same thing here. Opening up the corner. Heavy on the brakes, aiming for the sand trap on the left. Second gear, using all of the track, and then smooth on the throttle. Just going for the white line, basically on the left here, okay? And then just getting ready for the next corner. And we'll flick over to the Delta app quickly just to show you that as well. So same thing here, we'll just zoom it out. Second chicane. Okay, here's the Mulsanne kink. All right, and we'll just zoom this in for you. So same thing, go out. I could have gone out a little more because if you zoom in really, really close here, you can see my lap with the esports setup is the dotted yellow one. I could have gone out a little more, just a little more. It wouldn't have made a world of difference, but it could have maybe got a little bit later on the brakes, like even a tiny millisecond later. Again, this stuff all adds up, right? But either way, it's still pretty good the way we did it. So we come in. And you can see my steering wheel here, guys. Look at the steering wheel too, right? So we turn in, but then look, the wheel is straight. We go on the brake and the wheel is straight as possible at least. See, it's quite straight. And then again, look, you see we're aiming to go across to the left side of the track. Don't worry about the fact that it's coming to a right-hander. Just ignore that for now. First things first, aim for the left side of the track, then turn in as you reach it, okay? So we come in, over to the left, then into the apex, and then back on the throttle smoothly. And then the rest is pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so flicking over to our chase cam now. So this thing, this next straight, again, exactly the same thing, just pick a side, right? Stay away from the middle. And what I do is the same thing. I try and match up with each bend so I don't have to turn the wheel as much. So if we fast forward here, actually I will go into this. This is better for chase cam. So you see, as we're approaching, I know there's a bend here. You can't see it yet, but obviously there's a bend here, right? So what I do is, as I'm about to reach that bend, the apex of the bend, I start to drift over across. Because then that lets me hit here and then I go straight rather than turning the wheel because the road bends here. Rather than turning for the bend, we're trying to keep it as straight as possible, okay? So we reach the apex and then as we leave the apex, we go back over to the left, okay? Then this happens again. Same thing here. There's a bend coming up, right? Same thing. I drift over, meet the apex curb or the rumble strip, and then back over to the left again. Exact same thing. Then apart from that, stay away from the middle. It's only when you cross over that you go over the middle there, okay? Now, this is the Indianapolis corner. This one takes a lot of confidence, guys, right? You're going to have to really practice this one. And the way I did it here is basically on the limit, right? Like pretty much on the limit. So what I do here is obviously we're gonna turn into this corner flat. I'm telling you, trust me, it's flat, right? Majority of it is, at least for the first part. You're gonna use this painted green tarmac here, okay? And we get the car pretty much, is it all the way over? Yeah, more or less all the way over. Okay, you can see how much we use here. The left side tire is actually on the road past the green painted area. Now what we do here, I'll put it in slow-mo for you because this is how I explain it. It's pretty important, this one. So we go all the way over. We turn in, pretty much, we start to turn a bit earlier, but we want to be leaving this green painted area as it ends, okay? So we start turning in just before the green painted part of the track ends. I'm still flat. So we turn in flat and then we lift. Because I know a lot of people will teach you like, you know, like when you get to this green part here, lift off the throttle and then downshift to 6 and then coast into it. You can do it, but when you're qualifying, really trying to push it, I would advise you, like takes practice. You can do that first, but then get your confidence up. And then really, you get to the end of the painted green line, just keep it flat a little bit more. Then we lift. And we're still not downshifting. And then we start braking as we reach the curb. So that's how, so we come in a little bit hot and then we do that. But you can do the other way where you lift as you turn in, downshift a second while the car is coasting, and then you can brake as the car straightens up here. You can do that too. But I prefer to come in as hot as possible. Because it's going to help you as well when you're battling someone. It will help you kind of get the advantage if you're side by side with them as well. But again, it takes a lot of practice, right? So I'll show you in normal speed. So we bring the car all the way over to the left, turn in, then on the throttle. And you can see what I do is I modulate the throttle. So I go on the brakes but I'm not fully on the brakes. I'm just downshifting. It's about 50% brake. And then we downshift it. We go a little bit more as the car straightens up. So you see, as the car's turning, we don't go all the way on the brake, because if you brake too much while the car's turning, high chance of locking up, right? A little bit of brake, about 50%. As the car starts to straighten up, more brake, we start to increase the brake here, right? Down to fourth, down to third, and then down to second finally, right? I'm just showing you in slow-mo so you can get a good idea. And then as we enter the corner here, the goal is you want to try and get the car as much as you can to the right side. Sorry, I meant to pause it. So when we turn in, you want to get the car as much as you can to the right side here, because that's going to allow you to carry as much speed into the corner, into the next part of the corner, because it opens up your entry, right? And as we go down to second gear, now we can use the curb here, but try to be careful doing that, because I noticed that sometimes if you take too much, especially because it's actually got a bit of a, if you look, it's got a bit of like a bit of a camber. If you use too much of the far left side near where the concrete is, it's going to unsettle the car, which then causes the car to bounce out too much, to the right, which then means you have to wait to go on the throttle, because you really want to power out of the throttle with this corner, okay? So I'll show you guys in normal speed. Actually, no, I'll show you, this is a pretty important one, so we're going to go chase cam for this one first. So look here, we turn in, but I'm still full throttle. Then we start to lift, little bit of brake pressure. You can touch this curb now. It used to unsettle the car too much, but it's okay to touch it now. Then as the car straightens up, more brake pressure, we increase it. And then again, we're just trying to get the car down to second gear. And then as we turn in, we can use a little bit of that curb on the left there. And then you gotta put the throttle smoothly, but you gotta try and get up to 100% throttle quite early. Okay, it's a nice wide exit. And then as you exit, we can use this curb on the right, but don't obsess over touching it, because you've got sand that is actually spilling onto the curb here. So you got to be careful not to touch that sand there, because then that will then like the car starts to bounce, and that's it, laps over. Okay, so click it over into cockpit mode for you one more time. So turning in, keep it a little bit flat, down to second gear, sorry, and then power out. Again, you can touch the curb on the right, but don't obsess over it. All right. So then we'll flick over to the Delta app. Just start this one for you again, guys. So in the Delta app, let me just get the corner up for you. There's the Mulsanne Kink. Okay, here's Indianapolis corner. So we'll zoom it in. So same thing here. So just so you can get a better idea. All right. So you can see we turn in. Right, look at the steering wheel. We turn in, but we're still flat a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. And then we lift off. And then on the brakes, gently, again, so we're not committing to the brakes fully, because otherwise you're going to lock up the tires, right? And then as the car straightens up, bit more brake pressure. And again, just trying to get the car down to second gear as soon as we can. And then trailing off. And then as we reach the apex, look at the throttle meter on the left side here. Getting the wheel as straight as possible, and then just modulating the throttle, then back to 100%. Okay? So, excuse me. Once we exit this corner now, the goal is to just get over to the left as soon as possible. That's all it is, right? It's very simple here. So over to the left as soon as possible to prepare for this Arnage corner. Now, people like to do this in different ways. You're gonna reach fourth gear. Some people like to brake earlier, go down to second gear, and like coast more into the corner, carry a bit more speed. I prefer to brake later and use first gear. And you got to be careful when you do this, because if you're doing that, if you're braking late, you got to make sure you get down to first gear as soon as possible. Otherwise, the tire's going to lock, because it's quite bumpy on this red section. Now, the actual braking point is it's in between the two Goodyear signs. So if you see these two Goodyear signs, it's just more or less in between, okay? So if I go to where I hit the brakes here, so if we look here, I'll just rewind it a bit. So let's go here now. So if we zoom this out, I'll try and zoom it out as much as possible so you can actually see it. It's as much as we can zoom it out, but if you look here, it's more or less in between the two Goodyear signs, but a bit more towards the first one. So you could say maybe about a car length after the first Goodyear sign, I guess would be a better way of explaining it. Or you could just say roughly in between the two blue Goodyear signs on the left, okay? Let me just zoom this in for you as well again. Now, again, don't obsess over going over too much. I just try and line the left side tires up with the red. So you see this painted red here. I just get the left side tires more or less there. Don't obsess over taking all of this because it does get quite bumpy closer to the grass. And like I said, it's very easy to lock up here, like really easy to lock up. So you've got to be really careful and try and use as much of the stable ground as you can. So if we go to cockpit view, so what I do here on the brakes, and then I try and get basically down to first gear as soon as possible, right? So if you look at the braking, we go 100%, we go nearly 100% actually. Do I go from the start? No, it's about 80%. You don't need to use 100% because again, it's very easy to lock up here. And we start trailing off early, down to first gear. Now it's okay to put your left side tires on this curb here because you can hear it. But the main thing to understand is when you get to this part of the corner to the apex, there's a bit of a hill here. Sorry, one sec. There's a little bit of is a slight bump, right? And what you want to do is you want to use all of this curb, but you don't want to touch the grass or the bump here. Because what happens, you can kind of see it. See how it's like raised slightly? If I zoom this in for you, maybe you can see it. Yeah, see how it's raised? If you hit that, you'll feel it. The right wheel will go up slightly, like you'll feel the car tilt. And all your speed for the exit's gone. It just kills the speed. So you want to use as much of this curb as possible, but stay away from the bump there, right? And the dirt. If you look at it in chase cam here, just going to rewind it. So again, we use more or less the red, the painted red. Hey Steve, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. So you use all of the red here. Then down to first gear. Again, you got to be careful. It's very easy to lock up here. So you go about 80% and you start trailing off and you use the downshifting to slow the car down for you, right? And as we turn in, we use as much of the curb as we can, but you see here, look, we stay away from that little slope. So the dirt and the edge and the far right side of this curb, we stay away from it. And then we just power out. So I'll go into cockpit mode for you. So as we exit, over the left side of the track as soon as possible, braking about a car length or just in between those two Goodyear boards on the left, down to first gear, and then you can carry, you see, look at the speed. You can probably keep it at about 89 kilometers, something like that, but you want to be in the high 80s here as you reach the apex. That's how you know that, you know what, that's about enough speed through the corner. And you'll know because the wheel will feel slightly tight as well. If the wheel feels too loose, that means you slowed the car down too much. Yeah. So as we reach the apex, back on the throttle. So you see here, but very smoothly, right? You can see because the traction activates. So when we hit it here, look at the throttle on the bottom right. It's not straight on, it's very smoothly, and then we get the wheel straighten up as soon as possible. So we balance the throttle. Now, in some sims, you will use all of this. Don't use this here because this curb is going to, similar to the Mulsanne kink curb that we did a few corners earlier. This one hinders your acceleration out of the corner. So I just go next to it. You can see I go pretty much right next to it, but I don't like to use it because again, those bumps, the serration or whatever it is on that curb, the slight bumps, it hinders the acceleration. So I'll just show you guys one more time in normal speed. Down to first gear. using as much of the curb as possible, and then on the throttle, balance the wheel, and then get ready for the next corner, okay? So we'll flick over to the Delta app now. And where are we? Let's see here. Kink, Indianapolis. All right, here's the Arnage corner. So zooming in for you. So we exit the corner, we go over to left as much as possible. And we see, compared to my esports lap, it's setup lap, it's pretty much right, spot on. Pretty much spot on. Then as we turn it, so then again, look at the brake pressure, it's about 80%, roughly 80%, 78, 80%. And then we trail off very early here. We use the downshifting. So if you look at this gear icon in the middle here, down to first gear, turning in. I actually did a lot better than my reference lap here, because I used more. You can see I used more of the curb. Probably gained a bit of time. Yeah, I gained a 10th, and you can see how much time you gain at Le Mans here. Even the smallest of things gains you a 10th. It's a very high-speed track. So you see we come in, then back on the throttle smoothly. We don't commit full throttle yet. Look at the throttle, 55%. Smoothly, we just increase it smoothly, and then once we feel confident, back 100%, okay? Let's flip back over. So same thing here. We just stay to the left-hand side. This is the rule with this next back straight. Just stay to, before we enter Porsche curve, just stay to the left side of the track. Just zooming out. And here I actually do follow the, because it's unnecessary to go to the right side of the track here. Because that actually, doing it here is going to increase your travel distance and cost you a bit of time, right? So just follow the curve. Again, just following the curve all the way up to the turning point. Now, you used to be able to touch this green painted section of track, but now this actually, the car just understeers instantly, at least in this car. So you need to go next to it, but don't use that green anymore, because as you turn in, I can't explain exactly what it does, but it's just a lack of grip. And it just causes you to understeer really, like, just really bad once you turn in for the corner, and you lose so much time if you use it. So what we do here, our braking point, it's about the middle of the green section, a bit after. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. It's towards the end of the green painted section, right? So if you look at it overall, all right, we've got our green painted section here. Try and get as much of it in the shot as I can for you. So it's, yeah, look, towards the middle of the green painted section, roughly. Okay, I probably could have braked a little bit late here. Just depends, right? So yeah, I'd say go for the middle of this green painted section once your car reaches that. And again, same thing as the Tetra Rouge corner. You don't want to brake too much here, because that's going to make the car understeer on the entry, right? So if you look at the actual braking, it's like 60% at the most. And then we immediately start trailing off. So now some cars can use second gear here. The Valkyrie, unfortunately, has to use fifth gear, because the Valkyrie, if you haven't noticed yet, is very understeery, especially in high speed corners. So we need to use fifth gear here for this one. And then again, a trick with this is you don't actually need to obsess over reaching this apex as much before you go on the throttle. It used to be that you turn in and you really want to try and brake early enough so that you can go on the throttle as you reach this apex. But now it actually seems to be faster to brake later and then carry more speed so that you have to wait. You see here, I go on the throttle as I leave. If you see this apex curve on the right here, right? So we'll go to chase cam for this one actually, and just zoom it in. See, I'm reached more or less the apex of the curve here, but I'm still trailing off because I've carried so much speed here into the corner, and so you can see I'm still on the brakes a little bit, and then I'm on the throttle as I reach the end of it. This seems to just give you a faster delta every time. So yeah, I don't know if it's something with the current tire model or the track, but this seems to be the faster way to do it now. So I'll show you in cockpit mode. So you see we bring the car just next to the green painted part of the track, but don't get the left wheels on there anymore, because again, that's going to cause you to have understeer as you enter. Just about, my iPhone's talking to me at the same time. So we're just going about 60% on the brakes here. Turning in, trailing off nice and early. Then as we reach towards the end, of the rumble strip on the right side here, then we go back on the throttle, okay? And you can allow the car to go over to the left, and then you just move over towards the right. And here, lifting doesn't seem to really cost you that much time. For whatever reason, at the moment, sending the car as hard as you can into the first part of the curves just seems to gain a lot of time. So I'll show you in chase cam again. So about the middle of the green painted line here. We'll zoom in a bit for this one. About 50% brake. Just trailing off slowly. Back on the throttle. Then move over to the right. And then we lift in for this next section. And I think we'll cover the whole curves all at once. Because it kind of just flows. So in cockpit mode. So we've done our first part of the curves. The Porsche curves. Back on the throttle. Again, the main thing here, don't touch this curb, because this curb is, again, like other curbs, like in the Indianapolis corner, it's going to make the car bounce, and then it's going to understeer you into that wall. And that's often going to be probably the race over, a lot of repair damage to fix, right? So we want to go just next to it. You see here. Actually, I touched a bit of this curb. It didn't seem to understeer. You just don't want to take too much, basically, right? Because otherwise you are going to understeer into that wall, and that's not good at all. We don't want that happening. So in chase cam, in cockpit mode, coming in, again, lifting slightly, you'll get a feel for it. You'll feel like, okay, I'm going to make this flat or not. And then we're going to use all this, show you, excuse me, on chase cam. Just, you want to get over to the wall. Just, yeah, the main thing is obviously just don't touch the wall. It is unnecessary. You don't really need to go all the way out there next to it. Just, yeah, just don't touch the wall. That's the main thing. Just don't touch the wall. Now, again, we don't get much time to react here. As we straighten up, we need to lift slightly to then turn the car into the next apex. If you try and do this flat with most cars at the moment, the current tire model, it's going to understeer. That's going to ruin your entry into the corner after that. This is like one flowing set of corners. If you mess one up, it ruins all the corners after that for you, okay? So you see, as we reach, it's more or less... Yeah, it's as this rumble strip ends. See the blue and yellow on the right? It's as this ends, kind of as this barrier ends, we lift slightly to make our way to the next curb on the left-hand side, right? And you see just a little bit. Because if you look at the throttle, I'll just put in slow-mo. So we lift off, and we're going down to about 20%. But we don't lift off all the way because it's unnecessary, right? And then we go back on the throttle slowly. As we feel it, stabilize, like so, okay? So I'll show you in chase cam this one. So again, we carry the speed, move over to the right, and then straight away cut into the left, because we want to get as close to this as possible, to the apex as possible, then out wide, and then as this barrier ends, just before the barrier ends, lifting off slightly to the next apex, and then prepare for the next corner, okay? So now this next one, another tricky one. Our brake, we have to brake for this, and our braking point, see this painted white line? It's just before this painted white line. See as it goes across over onto the off track, whatever you want to call it, the off road. That's just before that is where we brake. But again, same thing. We don't brake too late here. Just a little bit. Carry the speed. If you remember the turn 4 when we did that earlier, little bit, carry the speed, the car will rotate for you. It'll make it all the way, right? If you brake too much, you're going to get understeer. So again, we come over. It's about 50%. Yeah, about 50% brake, right? And then we trail off early. You can see here we're trailing off quite early. And then we go down to 4th gear. And again, we're keeping a very tight line here. You don't need to go out. It's unnecessary. You keep a tight line. The only thing you're going to make sure is just try not to touch this curb, because this curb then pushes the car out wide a little, which then makes you then have to wait to go back on the throttle, right? Gives you a bit of understeer. So I'll show you in normal speed here in chase cam. So we come in, lifting off before the barrier on the right ends. then just tapping the brakes, and then see we go down to 4th and we just carry the speed. So just carrying the speed. Bit of brake and then just carrying the speed. And then as this grass ends on the right hand side, so just as this grass here ends, we start to go on the throttle a little bit. It's kind of like I always say that I say the word zhuzh. We zhuzh the throttle a little bit. So we just give it just a little burst of throttle, right? And we're just giving it a little burst. So if you look at the throttle here, so I'll just go back to where we apply the throttle. So just here. If you look at it, it's just little bursts of throttle. We lift and then we give a bit of throttle, then lift. Give a bit of throttle and then lift. And we just keep doing that back and forth there. And that just helps keep the car's speed up through this corner. Because that's what these Porsche curves are about, keeping your speed as high as possible whilst reducing the understeer and keeping a tight line. So you see, we're just zhuzhing the throttle and then we're making our way over to the right side of the track. Now, I like to tap the brakes here so I can go a little bit later for the turn in. So the braking point that I use is about this Avis board here on the right. See this Avis board here? So as we reach it, I'll just go slow-mo for you. Yeah, it's pretty much bang on, I think. Yeah, it's as, yeah, just before, as you reach the Avis board on the right side here, okay? And it's just a little bit. We don't want to reduce the brake pressure. We don't want to use too much brake pressure. It's just enough to make the car rotate in, because otherwise if you lift here, in most cars, you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to lift early, and it's just, you're going to cost yourself a fair bit of time. I prefer to just go a bit more on the throttle, tap the brake, and then, as you see, I get a bit of understeer, but it's not the end of the world. And we're aiming for this curb on the left side. The main thing here is just avoid these sausage curbs. So if I just go normal pace over here, you just want to make sure you can use this regular blue and yellow curb on the left, but avoid these, because these will then cause the car to pull to the left. And you would think that would help you rotate the car, but it actually causes the rear of the car to kick out to the right as well. And all that does is just cost you time. You shouldn't spin out because the car's traveling fast, but it costs you time because the car's gonna hit the rev limiter, and it's not good. So use the regular curb here, but stay away from the solid yellow sausage curbs or anti-cut curbs, whatever you want to call them. Okay, so we'll go in normal speed for you. So coming in, line up the first curb, then braking point just before that painted white line here on the right. Little bit of brake, carry the speed, and then we just go, we zhuzh the throttle, bit of throttle, bit of throttle. Then braking point here, red Avis board on the right, tap the brake. I was a bit late, right, or a bit too much. Then use the curb back on the throttle. And then as we exit, you can see we use everything, use all of this. The main thing is, I don't think I touched it. This didn't actually give me a cut, so you can use this. So you can see I'm on the white line here. And yeah, it looks like on the replay, it looks like I touched this. It didn't give me a cut, not even a warning. So yeah, wouldn't even be worried about this. Just use all the track and then just straighten up and ready for the next corner. And that's the Porsche curve. So we'll go all the way from the start. I'm going to show you the section in cockpit mode, and then I'll show you in the Delta app as well, okay? So just in regular speed. So braking point, middle of the green painted, but don't touch the green painted area. Carry the speed in, end of the curve, back on the throttle, go out and then back in. Lifting just after the board, then bit of throttle down to 4th, bit of throttle, braking at the red Avis board, on the throttle, and then use all of the exit. The main thing is just keep the left side tires away from the blue curb, and that's you just got to keep them on the white line, and that's the limits there. And then get ready for the next curb. Get ready for the next corner, sorry. All right, so let's jump into the Delta app. Sorry. Pop this up. Okay, so in the Delta app now. Same thing, let me just bring up the Porsche curves. Here we go, Arnage. Okay, here's Porsche curves here. We'll just get this whole section. So zooming in. As we enter, again, you see not too much brake, about almost 70%, right? Almost 70%. trailing off early, carry the speed. I probably should have gone off the brake a bit earlier there. See how I'm holding the brakes a little bit longer? That probably gave me a bit of understeer. So I could have got a bit more rotation out of this. Then back on the throttle, like just straight on, because you're going so fast, got all the downforce. Then we lift a bit as we come in, because you'll feel it. You'll feel how much you'll get a feel for how much you need to, because you can feel if the car's going to rotate and turn in for you or not, right? Then back on the throttle fully. Second. Then again, as we reach the end of the barrier here, lifting slightly, then back on the throttle. Then painted white line was the breaking point for this next one. Just 50%, trailing off, and then look at the throttle pedal here on the left side. Just zhuzhing it, just up and down, until we can then find that you'll feel it. The car will settle, and you'll feel like, yep, I've got the grip, and then you can go full flat on the throttle. And then final braking point, red Ava Sport on the right. I probably put too much brake, but just a little bit of brake, lining up the apex, then back on the throttle, like very aggressively, just bang. Just gonna go straight on the throttle. And then we exit, okay? 352 fast, 325 fast. Thank you for that, Alaric. There is a bit more, like the esports times at the moment are like 323. I don't know how they're doing it, but yeah, like I explained earlier, the way that Le Mans works, every mistake, because it's such a high-speed circuit, and every time you exit, you're going onto a straight. It's all very high speed. So if you lose a little bit of time somewhere, it ends up being like 3/4 tenths compared to another track where you lose a little bit of time, it's like 2 tenths or 1 tenth. Because everything is really kind of multiplied here in terms of time gain or time loss. So I would say that, like, say the esports time I saw was like a 3 in the Aston Martin was a 3:23.7, right? So I would say a 3:25.2, if that's 1.5 seconds off the esports time, I would say it's more akin on another track to being like maybe 1 second or like maybe 9/8 tenths off. Because again, every mistake you make here or every bit of time loss, it's really multiplied because everything's so high speed. Okay, so we'll flick back over to the game screen. As my ticks. All right, so where are we? We'll go back over to the game screen. Okay, so we've done Porsche curves now. Oh, do you guys want to see in chase cam? I'll show you chase cam quickly just so you can get an idea for it. And then we're nearly done. Then we'll jump into some races. So again, turning in. And then tap the brakes, back on the throttle, using all of the curb. All right, final corner, guys. Now this is, you can lose a lot of time here if you don't do this fast enough, okay? It's like, you can literally lose like 1 to 2 seconds here if you do this too slow. So when we exit, there's not much to know here. As we exit, it's just, you can touch this curb, and then a trick to get a little bit more time. See, we go straight over. You can just cut straight across. You won't get any penalties for it. Straight across. It just helps you. I'll show you the car quickly. So you can go straight across and then just line up, okay? Now, the braking point here, some people will say use the triple M or the MMA, whatever it is there. I just go for half. See the dotted line? The distance between the start of it and the curb on the right side there, I just go halfway basically. I bring the car over. So you see the dotted line, it's in line with my steering wheel. So we open it up, okay? And the braking point here, again, it's about halfway through. And then we go on the brakes. You go on the brakes pretty hard here. We're in second gear. We're going to go down to third. The only thing you got to be really careful is, right? See this, you can see it here. See this curb has like a sharp line. It's like a peak, right, on the curb. And if I show you here quickly, you can see it here. See how it's like a peak? If you put your right side tires onto that side of the peak, that peak will drag your car into the pit lane, and your lap is over and you're going to be forced to pit. So the main thing is you can use this curb if you want. Be cautious with it though, because it can sometimes unsettle the car. But the main thing is do not let half of the car go onto that peak. Do not let the right side tires go onto the right side of that curb, because it will pull your car into the pit lane. It's quite funny what happens actually. So you can see here, we just use a bit of that curb and we're just going to throw the car into the apex, right? I'm going to try and get through this last one quickly because the race is going to start soon, I think. I don't want to waste too much of your time. So again, hard on the brakes, throw the car into third. You just really throw it. You've got to be brave here, right? And you can see we use all this curb here. All the way to the you can go up to the anti-cut, this little flag here. The key that you can use a lot of this curb, but you got to be careful of this curb. If you use too much of this one, it's going to unsettle the car and push it out too wide for the next part of the corner. All right, so if we go into chase cam, cockpit cam. So heavy on the brake, but then just trailing off early. Back on the throttle. Here we kind of just, once we reach the first apex, we kind of coasted a bit, and then we tap the brake, go down to second gear as we reach the apex. Again, don't use too much of this curb, because it's gonna, what it'll do is it'll throw the car too much out to the left side here, which then makes you have to wait to go back on the throttle, because we're going to give a little bit of throttle. I'll explain this all as one, because this is a pretty fluid corner as well. So we're coming in, brake a little bit, not too much, down to second gear, let the car kind of get to the middle of the track, then back on the throttle, but you can't be greedy here. A bit of throttle, then get back off the throttle. Then we tap the brake and then in, and we can use all of this here. The main thing is, I didn't get an invalidation for this, but the main thing is just keep your left side tires within the white line, like on the white line pretty much. So you can use quite a lot here actually. Yeah, that looks like a cut to me, but I didn't even get a warning. So again, I think the game's cuts are being a little bit slack at the moment maybe. Not sure exactly why, but yeah, I didn't get a cut for that one. But yeah, just try and keep the right side tires on the white line there. So I'm going to show you in the normal speed, sorry. Again, braking halfway in between the length of the white line. Third gear, get over to this curb, down to second gear, bit of throttle. I'll replay it here for you. Second gear, bit of throttle, lift off, tap the brake, just coast it. And that's it, right? So, show you in chase cam. So you can see here we're braking about halfway, heavy on the brakes into third gear, first curb, tap the brakes a bit, second gear, go point the car towards the curb on the right, but again, not too much, just kind of towards it a little bit, and then not too greedy on the throttle, bit of throttle, tap the brake and just coast. So bring the car over the first curb and then try and line it up as much as you can here. I actually went a little bit too much, I think, and the car unsettled, but again, that's track limits as well. That's actually fine somehow. Probably because I lost time maybe, but that, again, you just want to get the car onto the curb, and then that's gonna finish the lap. So I'll show you the end here in chase cam. So again, coming in, down to second gear, bit of throttle, lift, brake, just coast it, and then back on the throttle. And that's it. Okay, so that's the whole lap. I'll show you guys the Delta app quickly. We'll just flick over to that. I'm just trying to get into the lobby. Can you do GT3 play for the BMW? Yeah, mate. Put a request in the Coach Dave Discord, brother. And yeah, we can do whatever. We can do GT3, we can do Hypercar. We are focusing on Hypercar at the moment. But yeah, we'll end up doing GT3 as well, man. Don't stress. Okay, so we zoom it in really quick for you. So you can see heavy on the brakes, down to third gear. Then as we reach the apex, second gear. Then as we clear it, we go in towards the middle of the track. Bit of throttle, not too much. Lifting off, back on the brakes a little bit. And then just coasting through. And then back on the power as we reach the apex. And then that's the lap. So that was with the balance setup, guys. So let's jump back into the game and let's jump into the race now. I don't think I'm too late. Let's have a look. Probably should have signed up for it. It's okay. I think it should be starting like 20 minutes or something. Is it 10 minutes? Let's have a look here. 12 minutes. All right. We've got just enough time to practice, fellas. Let's register. We shall use our Valkyrie. Good. And let's quickly join the practice session. It's raining in this race, I believe. So I think it's like half the race is dry, then it goes to rain from memory. So this will be good because this is going to be the first time I've ever driven in the rain in the new tire model. And apparently they've made some changes to it, to the to rain. We'll see how it goes. Like I'm probably going to baby the car a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you when once we're racing. But I think the practice session is in the rain, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Because I just haven't done this race yet. That's all. Try and bunch this up. I need to get like a mount for this stream deck. Thank you, Alaric. Yeah, it takes a bit. I was trying to get it done before this race. There's a bit to explain for that track, but the main thing is you got to prioritize the exit, right? But this track is quite difficult because it's just like you brake too much, you lose 2/10. You know, you slow the car down too much somewhere, you lose 2-3/10. You don't go back on the throttle soon enough, you lose 2-3/10. So you're just losing time everywhere. It's so frustrating. Okay, let me just do this thing quickly. Here's the chatting one. Let me just see something. Is this on the chatting screen? Oh, it is. Okay, yeah. Just gotta do the setup quickly. So we're gonna use this same balance setup. Now this is the rain, isn't it? So let me just... where are we? Rain... race balanced. Cool. And we'll put some wet tires on. Just gonna make some changes to it quickly. Second. We'll leave it the way it is there. Just doing the setup quickly, guys. Just bear with me. Okay, cool. Let's flick over. Okay, so we're using this balanced race setup. So let's just see. Now, really quick, have you guys got is the race labs there for you? Okay, yep, it is beautiful. All right, just making sure the race labs was there for you. Cool, let's see what the rain feels like. Because again, look, this is like literally first impression. I'll get the music up as well in a second. Just let me drive around a little bit just to see what this is like. Oh, we can see some puddles here. That's nice. I don't remember being able to see puddles. This is cool. And tire warmers are going to be off. So again, this is like literally first impression of the rain in Le Mans Ultimate now. So in the new hypercar tire model. So obviously we've got to be quite careful with the car because let's see, does it turn much? Oh yeah, it turns. It's actually not too bad. Yeah, look, it's not too bad actually. Like the wet tires seem to turn quite well, even on cold tires. Interesting. This is going to be scary when we do the race though. I'm gonna have to baby the car so much because I have not actually done a race or driven on the rain yet. Oh, there's one already. Good start. Okay, yeah, not too bad. Can we weave the car a little bit in the rain? I just want to see where the limit is, that's all. Oh, yeah, it's not too bad. Grips up. Yeah, not too bad. So let's have a look. I'm going to leave them the way that they are, the setting. But usually what you do with the setup in the rain is you bring the brake bias back more to the rear. You brake earlier, obviously. You have to brake earlier and softer. Bring the brake bias to the rear and then up your traction control settings and then lower your anti-roll bars. So the front anti-roll bar is going to help the car turn in more and then by making it lower, and then having the rear anti-roll bar lower is going to make the rear more stable in the middle of the corner so that it's not kicking out and swinging everywhere. Now what's the grip like on this? Let me have a look. Yeah, it's extremely wet and it actually feels really good. Interesting. Yes, and we could do the wing as well. Although in the middle of the, like if in the middle of the race, you can change the wing actually in the middle of the race. Yes, you can. But you can't do the rake though, can you? I don't think you can do the rake. So we're just going to do, I feel pretty confident with the dry setup, with dry condition. So we're just going to see what the wet's like here, just so I've got some idea of what to do when it actually does get wet. Can we, yeah, we can change the, okay, oh no, we can't change the wing. I thought you could change the wing in the pit stop. Oh no, it's in the pit stop menu, my bad, sorry. I thought I was in the electronics. You can actually visually see the puddles. This is really cool. Do the puddles have an effect? Like if I go on them... Nah, they don't seem to have much of an effect though, the puddles. Let me see, does it go... Oh, no, not really. Yeah, we can change the wing, but not the... Yeah, but not the rake. But yeah, that's also good to know. Oh yeah, the grip is actually not too bad. You just gotta be careful with the throttle, that's all, yeah. Like you gotta kind of lift through all of it. Just gotta be really careful here. Stay away from the curb, probably. Yeah, no, it's not too bad. It's actually not too difficult. When we go over this, yeah, we don't really feel any loss of grip. And I'm just taking it really easy because I have not driven in the rain yet, guys. Probably have to use first gear. Yeah, it won't turn unless you use first gear. And then what we can do, we can bring the brake bias back a little more. Make it like 49.6. Yeah, a little bit more brake pressure next time. The best thing you can do when it's raining as well is like learn to do lift and coast, because it's the brakes are going to behave a lot more predictably if you do lift and coast. Oops, someone else is struggling over here. And the tyres should be almost there, more or less. Let's try and warm it up a bit. I think the race is going to start in about like... I did register for it. It should be showing me a message, but... Yeah, got to brake a little bit earlier. Yes, okay. So the main thing is you can't carry too much speed. The car showed me that straight away there. Carry too much speed in the corner and it's all over. And what we can do as well is we can lower the rear anti-roll bar. Make it like P7. We're just going to make that rear end more stable as we turn in for the corner. Yeah, we're going to brake way... Okay, so we're going to brake... Oops, sorry, sir. So we're going to brake around probably the 200 board or maybe even earlier. I'm going to do lift and coast. It's going to be easier, I think, to do lift and coast, yeah. I like that I can see the puddles now, though. I never used to be able to see the puddles. Yeah, okay. I think I have a general idea now. I better get out because I think the race is going to start soon, isn't it? I did sign up for it. At least I think I signed up for it. Let me just get some water, guys. But yeah, look, hopefully that explanation of the track helped you out. Yeah, 2 minutes. All right, we're almost there. If you got any question, guys, just put them in the chat. That's what this is for. Because this track is it's actually very technical because it's technical, like the chicanes, the chicanes, like the what is it? The ones at the end. What are they called? Ford chicane. And what's the other name for it? But yeah, the Ford chicane's the final one. Very technical. Same as Porsche curve. You got to get the line right. Like there's a lot of little quirks in this track that are gonna, if you make mistakes there, it's like I said, the mistakes compound, and then it's also one mistake here is going to cost you like 3 to 4 tenths, maybe even 5 tenths sometimes, depending on where it was, compared to another track where a similar mistake might cost you, you know, 2 tenths. Everything just gets multiplied here. So it definitely takes a lot of practice. Like, I mean, my lap time is still 1.5 off esports pace. So yeah, I got so much more time to find. It's actually a very difficult track. But you get some pretty fun racing here. I don't know about you guys, I just enjoy racing on this, like driving on this track. It's just fun to drive, especially when you take those chicanes really quickly. The PlayStation chicane, and what's the one before the kink? So the first one's Dunlop, and then you do you go onto the Mulsanne straight, and then you have PlayStation chicane, and then I can't remember what the second one is before the kink turn. But yeah, it's so fun. Oh my god! Like when you send the car through there, it's wicked, man. I love it. All right, let's. We'll leave the music on for now. That's fine. The lobby should be opening in a second, guys. Now I think it's probably going to be split one. We'll see how we go. I'll do my best. The dry will be fine, but when we get to the wet, I got no idea what to expect. I'm honestly just going to baby the car around the track. Because like you saw before, even just a little bit too much speed through a corner, and the car doesn't just lose the rear, it 360s around, and it just, yeah, it looks silly. So I'll let that load in, and I think we got everything we need. Sick. And I think this race is double fuel consumption as well, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. So it's like, I think all up the race is 12 laps. Is it raining already? Is the quali in the wet? Because I haven't done this race yet, so I'm not sure. I don't think the quali's in the wet. I thought it was in the dry. Let's see. Oh no, it's dry. Okay, cool. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be dry. So yeah, 40 minutes and it's double, so... Okay, cool. Alright, let me just load the setup up quickly, guys. So we'll use the quali setup first. Quali balanced. Good, and I'll just make my changes. We'll use soft. How many tires we got? We got one set of, and then so we got 8 tires, and then one for quali, one for the race, and then the wets will be free. Okay, so we'll use softs for the quali then. .1. Let's make sure I have everything right, guys. And then fuel, we just want 2 laps worth, so... Oh, no, we'll do 3. Yeah, we can do 3. We can try at least. See how it goes. Alright, setup is done, guys. Let's go back to the driving screen for you. And I'll get that music off as well. Just make sure it's loaded. See, why does it do that? The game always flicks it over to the... 1 second, sorry guys. The game always flicks it over to the balance setup every time it changes session. It's really annoying. Now I've got to make my changes again. 1 sec. just take 2 laps of fuel. Point 100. Think we're good. Cool. All right, let's go. Right, so just gonna do the 1 lap. I actually like practicing like this. I like doing just the 1 lap worth, or like 1 flying lap worth, because it puts you under that pressure to not make mistakes. So let's see how we go. Hey Ron, how are you, bro? Good to see you. How's the GP2 engine? No, well, I'm really liking the Valkyrie. It doesn't always wait. It doesn't always rain. Okay, that's good to know. Well, hopefully it doesn't rain for my sake, because I haven't actually done any practice in the rain yet. So we'll have a look at our tyres. So again, tyres are cold, so we just got to baby the car. It's not too bad on soft tyres though, because you can go on the throttle a fair bit earlier. And I think we can go, if we need to. I don't think we need to change the wing value if it does rain, but if we need to, we can. I think it shouldn't take, if you fill up a full tank, it should happen during the full tank process. So we've got 1 lap left. We don't want to weave too much, because the tyres, by the time you get to the Porsche curves, the tyres are almost at the range anyways. Okay, leave all that like that. One thing I do struggle with this setup though is it's a little bit unstable in the chicanes. Like it just, when you go from the right to the left, it just tends to overturn a little bit. See, the car loves to front lock there, loves to front lock. That's probably the most frustrating. The first corner's not too bad once you get used to it, but that Mulsanne kink turn, whatever you call it, is the most frustrating part of the track in this car. Yeah, so you can see we're already in the 60 degrees, and the ideal temperature for the soft tyres is about 74 degrees maximum. Now, that's the other nice thing about the Valkyrie. I don't have to worry about battery. How good's that? Just zero thought process about the battery. I love it. All right, we got 1 lap. That's it. If I screw up, then that's it. We're starting in the middle. Do that old cut across trick if we want, like so. Oh, okay. Heavily rearward. Okay, all right, all good, all good. Oh, we screwed the first sector up. I should have been a little bit harder on the brake. That's okay. Again, carrying the speed through. Good. What did I screw up? Oh no. I didn't put it. I put one. What did I do in the setup here? Wait, let me have a look. Sorry, guys. I could. Oh, it's double. Because it's double consumption. I forgot about. That's amazing. That was Dyson. You should have told me in chat. I forgot it was double consumption, guys. So I was like, oh yeah, 17 liters is enough. That's funny. I didn't want to leave in the pits because I found it too funny. Yeah, good on you, Ron. You boys got me. That's my fault anyway. Hey, at least we got some nice quality soft tires ready to go. Yeah, I think the race goes halfway. If it starts raining, we can use the soft tires. That's so funny. Was waiting until for like 3 minutes. Oh well, that's okay. We'll just wait for it to tick over then. We're starting at the back, fellas. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait for this one. We'll see. We can have a look at what the lap times are looking at least. It wasn't going to be a great lap anyways because I didn't get the car slowed down enough and probably lost like 4/10 in the first chicane there. Should have been like just a little bit firmer on the brakes. Does it let us watch? Oh yeah. Got a 326. 328. $26.4. Okay. Not too bad. Oh, there's LMP2s in this race as well. Okay, I didn't know that. Still 26.4. And you basically just have time for one lap, isn't it? Yeah, you won't. Yeah, because 320. Yeah, it's more than 6 minutes. Yeah, so you got one lap anyways, basically. Still 26.4. I think are all the hypercars done? I think all the. Oh no, we still got a couple. Mr. Eric still doing his lap. Nice. So top time 25.3, that's nice. In the Ferrari. Everyone let me suffer, that's great. I was like, wait a minute, why is the car dying? What happened? Still 25.3. So apart from the first two, I reckon we'll be okay. See how we go. I'm more concerned when the rain comes. He was a bit slow there. What did you get? Oh no, you got a 29 something. Hmm, 29.4. Load the setup quickly. All right, let's go. I wish they would give us more time to get everything sorted, because I don't trust the setup thing anymore, because every time it changes over, it always goes to balanced. Yeah, so that's 6 laps worth. Okay. What else do I want to change here? I'll make that 779. Keep that as P5. Let's see how this goes. Oh, we're not dead last. Someone's starting from the pits. We've still got, there's a Cadillac that's going to be behind us at least. Oh, you know what I forgot too? We've got safety car mode as well. Just got to make sure we change it back to race mode when the race starts. What does the safety car mode top out at? I think it's like 80, is it 80 kilometers or something? I'll keep these settings, they're fine. Now we know what it gets like at the back of the pack here, okay? Everyone does some pretty questionable stuff. So we just gotta make sure we stay out of trouble on this first lap, because it's gonna be pretty easy for accidents to happen, I reckon. Okay, put it back on the race. It's such a long... Oh my god, it's like... Oh, not too bad actually. Oh, we jumped the Ferrari. Oh, there's one already, fellas. It's looking good. Oh god, this is scary. This is so scary, man. Please be gentle. Nice. Alright, it's not too bad. Stay out of trouble there. That's good. Can we turn in on this guy? Nah, I can't. Have to give space. Didn't have the line. Alright, let's settle in now. Thank you, Alaric. We're going to do our best. We've already got one position at least. I had to be careful when I turn into at the downhill because... Oh, we got good straight line. Oh, look at this. The V12 in action. Nice and clean. That's good. Another one. Ooh, bit of touchy. Just let the car rev it. I think we've got some good straight line on the guys though. We've got that going for us. We've got the double slipstream. We're gonna have to be careful on the brakes here though, because that's gonna end up being an accident in a second. Looking good. This is a bad situation to be in. Oh, the Porsche gave in. Another one. Oh, we're working our way up the field, fellas. This is good. Okay, P8 now. I'm so nervous for the rain. It's going to be brutal, isn't it, when it starts raining? Okay, just taking it easy just until the tyres warm up. So this is the Coach Dave balanced race setup, and it's actually quite nice. I made a few changes. I just lowered, mainly in the electronics, I just lowered the front anti-roll bar by 1, and the brake bias I lowered a little bit as well. The Cadillac's on the soft tyres, but we should be able to get him, I reckon. Nice, good exit. Now we've got to be careful when we turn in. This is like a bit of a danger zone because we're coming into a heavy braking section here. Nice. I've got a feeling I'll get him on the straight, so I'm going to be patient here. Yeah, he's struggling. I think the soft tyres are getting too hot for him now. The car's starting to slide around everywhere. It's going to be an off track, but that's okay. Yeah, we're just going to eat it. Yep, all good. Oh, the V12! It's too strong! He's going to squeeze us. I wonder if he'll back out. Oh no, he went for it. Oh, yeah, this is good racing. Oh, good defense, Eric. I actually raced a lot with Eric in the past. This is who's the Cadillac in front. We've done a lot of league racing together. Oh, every time it just takes over the V12. Look at this, amazing. Okay, let's try and squeeze him a bit. Bit of a lock up. Oh, we got it though. Looking good, looking good. I think he'll get me on the exit though. Yeah, a bit too much overspeed from the slipstream. So even though we braked early, it's still locked up quite easily. Now, how's the temperature looking? Yeah, they're more or less there. 10 more degrees pretty much. Oh. Yeah, it wants to snap. It's such a difficult braking zone, this one. Okay, so we've got about 2.9 seconds to catch up to the next car. And they're all in a bit of a train over there too. Nice. Okay, we gained 6/10 already. It's looking good. Cadillac locked up. Wait, how do you lock up in that corner? Nice. Can you really send it in here? That's good time game. 1.9 seconds now, the gap. Yeah, they're battling pretty hard, these guys in front. Oh, side by side through there. Oh, bit of lag. Oh, we're doing all right, Alaric. Hey, where's the car? No, I'm scared. Where's the car? Where is it? Did he disconnect? I think he disconnected. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Is he going to pop up in a second? No, it says 3.1 seconds. I think we're okay. All right. Someone had technical difficulties over at Porsche Motorsport over there. The Costa Ferdinand, yeah, I think so. They move over in a second. Not too bad, we're up to P6 already. Nice, that was good. Okay, 1.5 second gap now. We've still got a fair bit of time before GT3s turn up. Okay, I'm scared of this corner now. It's so annoying. Bit slow, not too bad. We gain time on him still. We're getting about 3/10. Yeah, we're definitely catching him. And then we've got an Aston Martin in front of us. Oh, we're safe. Oh, they just went on the gravel a bit. Not too bad. Bit too much of the wheel was turned. Okay, 1.3 still. A bit earlier, I should have braked. Nice exit. Okay, we're getting a bit more time. Catching up to the rest of the pack now. Nice. Oh, here we go, boys. Three-way battle in a second. Oh, that poor Alpine is so dead. I feel so bad because the Alpine is so bad in the straight. He's gonna lose in a second, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, he's doing alright actually. Let's see if I can scare him. Yeah. Well, you're gonna try. You're gonna try. I thought I was gonna have a bit more speed to get in front before the braking zone, but I backed off anyways. I let him go for it. It's good though. It's close racing. Moving on track there, sir. I should have braked a little longer because I had to wait to go on the throttle there because I carried a bit too much speed, but it's okay. So is it meant to start raining soon? The forecast hasn't gone down yet. Nice. Try and stay in his slipstream. Okay, we've got GT3 traffic now. Still braking a little bit too late there. This is good racing. Ooh. All good. Scary. Now if I nail this exit... Oh, this is it, boys. Look at this. This is the one. Yeah, I think he's done. Oh, the V12, it's too strong. Hey, he's keeping up, though. This is a good Alpine setup he's got. Nice. Oh, we're almost at the podium, fellas. This is good. From the last to the podium. So we've got to catch up to this Aston Martin now. Well, let's see. Does he get me in the slipstream here? Now, do we need to pit now? No, do we have to pit or do we still... No, we're okay. We've got one more lap. I think I have to defend. Yeah, I've got to defend. Oh, this is racing, fellas. Look at this. I love this, man. He's doing really good, this Alpine, but... I'm going to try and catch up to that Aston Martin front. Oh no, we've got one more lap. Oh my god, more slipstream from him. Bro, his setup's good. If he's catching me on the straight like that, that's really good for the Alpine to be doing that. Nice overtake, that was good from him. Get him back though. Oh. Sorry, sir. The damn slipstream, man. I'm still struggling with it. I'll flash him. Sorry, buddy. I'm still struggling to understand the braking with the slipstream. You've got to brake so much earlier now compared to the way it used to be. Okay, all good. He put a lot of faith in me there, and I took advantage of it. Yeah, I'm just struggling a bit when in the slipstream, like with the braking. It's like very. I don't know if it's a Valkyrie thing specifically, but you have to brake super early. Okay, so we're pitting next lap. Hopefully, don't lose too much straight line speed from this. I'm just gonna eat it. It was a fun first race so far, though. What's the forecast like? Nah, still not raining. Okay. Now I'm hoping my straight line speed hasn't been affected by this damage on the front. See how it goes. Okay, just try and stay with these guys now. Yeah, this car I've noticed once you're in the slipstream, this car becomes very difficult on the brakes. Like obviously because there's less downforce affecting the front of the car because you're in slipstream, but it just seems that the front tires just lock up a lot easier. No, we didn't crash yet. I gave the Alpine a bit of a love tap, unfortunately. Not intentional. But we've had some good fights. It's been really good. Oh my god, how much are you slowing down there, brother? Yeah, the car definitely feels loose on the front from the damage. Freeway back. Oh, how good's this? Now, I'm not sure how much I'm supposed to... Whoa! What? What? What are they doing? Oh, it's raining. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. No. You wet. Oh, that's why he lift. I was like, why is he lifting? Because he needed to change to the wet tires. That could have been messy. Oh, this guy's shoving people. I think he can't be damaged like that anymore anyways, isn't it? Oh dear, I was worried about this. Average Alex kills someone even on different channel. Don't be like that, Red. It was just a little love tap. There was nothing in it. Even though I got red damage. Oh no, I'm scared, fellas. I haven't done the rain yet. It's going to be like torture. Let's see what we have to change. I probably have... I think it's going to be too much virtual energy because the lap times are much slower. Yeah, this is going to be a... Oh, I have to let him go. Do you have advice finding each car's optimal shifting time? You can test that on the straights. Like for the Valkyrie, you go all the way to the end. Oh, I'm so scared. I don't know what to do. Let's see, we're going to find out what the rain is like now, guys. So we jumped the Alpine, but this is too much virtual energy, I think. Because it's less than 20 minutes. It's not going to be 6 laps. Oh, do we dare go for the overtake now? It's too early, like the tyres are too cold. Oh, this is scary. Oh god, he almost killed everybody. Nice, good sportsmanship from Mr. Kasongo. Oh, okay, so the Ferrari in front kept his mediums. Okay, Alpine almost gave me a return punt. Oh no, it's getting wet. What's the track condition? It's already slightly wet. Oh, this is scary, man. We're coming up to the Porsche curves, and I have no idea what to do. Oh my god. Just gonna up these. Lower that. Well, let's just see what happens. Oh no, it's so wet already. It's already so wet. Okay, yeah, nice. Oh, please turn. Okay, we need less ARB. Oh, please have mercy. Turn. Come on. Okay. Oh, no, that's scary. That's very scary. Someone's crashed already. It's the Ferrari on the mediums. He took the risk and it didn't pay off. Oh, come on, turn. Oh, no, that one's not on the racing line. Okay. It's only been 1 lap. I can't take this kind of pressure. Oh, no, he's going to get me. Oh no, please be gentle. Oh! This is so scary, guys. I've no idea what I'm walking into. Oh, please go, sir, please. Come on. Easy on the throttle. It looks like he's struggling as well, because I have no idea what I'm doing here. So I'm just babying the car. I reckon when he gets a bit more confident, he will overtake me. Okay, nice. There was someone else. Oh, that was the Valkyrie. That was in P3. Oh, we're P3. Oh, we're on the podium, fellas. How good's that? Through sheer skill alone, apparently, from just not dying in the rain. Oh, this is the first test, though. This is where it gets scary. Oh, I don't want to die. No, I'm going to die. Oh, no, I'm saving it. I told you, it's so wet. It's so wet. Everyone's drifting everywhere. This is insane. Mr. Kasongo's here now. I don't know how I saved that. This is so scary. So that needs to be, like, down. Like, I'm talking P3 down. Oh, wow, he knows what he's doing. That's for sure. Oh no, maybe not hit. Oh no, no. Oh, it's so wet. Oh, the car's okay. Yeah, the car's okay. It's so wet, guys. That's crazy. I could barely put the throttle. This is so fun. Okay, so we're down to P7 now. But P5 has a drive-through. Oh, we had the podium. We had the podium. I'll try and catch up to some of these boys. I thought I had him. Maybe we should have put the wing up in the pit stop, but then we would have been behind a bit as well. I probably should have just been a little bit more. I could have put more traction control on. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna get this the Alpine back, I'm pretty sure. So let's go like this, P3, P2. I'm just doing random clickings at this point because I have no idea. Now this corner's gonna be hard. Gonna have to brake super early here and probably avoid the painted markings on the left. Oh, no, he's going in the wall now. Oh, no, sir, please. Oh, my God. It's crazy. Yeah, it's extremely wet. Like, it's like bar undrivable, basically. Dude, this is chaos. It's fun, but it's so scary. Now, think third gear. Oh, good. Oh, God. Oh, God. He braked a lot. Third gear is our friend, apparently. Mate, it's so good, Michael. Like, dude, this is so fun. Like, it's hard, but... Oh, come on, come on, come on. Like, everyone's crashing. Oh, no, that Cadillac or Porsche had a bit of an issue as well. We're back to P5! We're back to P5! It's amazing! Here we go. Oh, no, don't touch that curb. You know what this reminds me of? This is like that meme, you know, where they had like the... Was it 2023? With like, they had the ballet music and like the Glickenhaus and stuff was all like doing pirouette on the Porsche. Oh, please, behave, behave. There we go. Come on, come on. So when am I crashing? I actually did crash just before, but I managed to save the car, so that was lucky. Oh, no, don't die. Oh, my God. It turns so much. Yeah, this rear anti-roll bar needs to go, like, down. Like, all the way down. This is crazy, man. We'll do P1 on the rear ARB now. The front's still turning okay, so I'll leave it at P3. But yeah, the rear is still like super sketchy. Oh, don't die, don't die. Someone just went through the chicane, I think. Okay, nice, that's it. Try and get Mr. Chandra back. More fun to watch than drive. At least it's entertaining. This is a fun race though, like I enjoyed this. Because I had no idea how to actually drive in the wet, so... Okay, we spun here, I've got to be careful. Yeah, so the car wants to... As soon as it makes the little left turn, it just wants to dive. So we've got to be careful here. That's like probably the most dangerous part, I'd say. Oh no, don't die. Oh no way. Yes! Mr. Chandra, we gotcha. Dude, that was like, I don't know how I caught it. I don't know how I caught this. GG. Okay, we're back in P4. I don't know what part of the track I can touch. Nah, you're all good, Red. Oh, come on, turn. We should still be able to, I think we can defend. Maybe not. Oh, oh no, he drifted. Bro, what is this rain? This is insanity, man. I wonder if we can catch that, Aston Martin. The Delta's gone down pretty heavily. Oh, come on, turn. Oh, God. Mate, this race is chaos. It's absolute chaos. We gained 2 seconds on the Aston Martin, apparently. Oh, no, don't die, Alex, don't die. Oh, God, we're going over the chicane. It's like flooded. Did the devs just want to troll people this week or something? The track is like full flooded. Yeah, it's extremely wet. Like, you have to brake so early. Yeah, IRL would probably be a red flag if it was this wet. Like, it's actually undrivable. Oh no, too much steering lock. You put too much steering lock here, it spins. Oh, come on, turn. Beautiful. We're gaining on him. We've got 2 laps. So it's 1 lap too many, I think. Yeah, so we have 1 lap too many. So it ends up being 11 laps the race. Puddles equals red. Nice. We gain another second on him. Although I think we're going to get blocked by this GT3 in a second. Yeah, we're going to get blocked by the GT3. Oh, please, sir. Oh, no. Oh, he played nice. Okay, we're very lucky. He played nice. Thank you, Mr. GT3. Short shift here. Okay. The gap's still the same. We're lucky. Yeah, I feel like the devs just wanted to troll this week. They're like, yeah, we want to test the range. Let's just make it as wet as humanly possible. Oh, we get another second. It's like, it feels so tense, but we're driving so slow. I'm just watching that Delta, thinking, oh yeah, I gained 1 more second. Oh, come on. Oh, I did the same mistake he did. Should have braked a little bit earlier. I could have gained some time. Oh, I still did gain some time, though. 1.6 now. There's 1 more lap. Yeah, that's it. It's the final lap after this. Nice. Oh, we're getting there. Oh no, that curb is not friendly. Oh no. Oh no, these curbs are death. They're all death. Oh, here we go. Final lap. The slowest battle you will ever see on Le Mans Ultimate. It's about to happen. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's happening! No, he screwed up! Oh no, does he want slipstream? I think he wants slipstream. Oh, they went back on the podium! How did this even happen? And P2's there as well. What the hell was this race? This is amazing. Must be the water? Yeah, I think so, Rev. This is so good. The slowest but most entertaining race we've ever seen. Oh no! Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't spin, don't spin. Oh, it's so hard. As the track bends, if you go too heavy on the throttle, it will spin. It's so difficult. You've got to short shift and really feather the throttle. I wonder if we can get this Cadillac for the P2. We might, Rev. The last time I almost got him, I spun out when I was in the slipstream, so... Oh no, don't lock up. Oh no, don't do that. No way! No way! Now we're gonna get him on the... Nah, I think he's... Wow, he's quite quick. Oh my god, the pull on the straight. Amazing. Look at his speed. Oh no, we're getting... Oh, the V12's taking over! It's taking over! Oh no, we're about to go too wide to this corner, aren't we? Oh, don't kill us, please, sir. Be kind. No way! Oh, it's still side by side! Give space, give space, give space. Oh, come on. No, we're still going. What is this race? Yeah, because the Cadillac gets awesome traction out of corners. It always has. Oh no, he's in front. But he's still not committing to that side of the track though. Oh, we're more confident though! Yes! Let's go, boys! Careful with the fourth gear, it's not too pleasant around here. No way! He wasn't confident with the braking. He braked so early. Yeah, hypercars are really hard to drive in the rain. They are very, very difficult. Oh god, you can't touch these curbs. They're just death. No way! How did we do this? It's a shame I couldn't catch up to the Ferrari, but what a race! That was amazing. That one's going on YouTube, that's for sure. Oh, what a race, guys! GG. Oh, that was so fun, man. Oh yeah, you too, Songo. You too. Oh, I got to type to him. I forgot. Oh my god, that was so fun, guys. Well done. The Ferrari knew what he was doing though. Like he was like flying even in the rain. So well done to him. all right, I'll get the music on and I will quickly. I need to download these music files so that I can just control them on the touchpad. Yeah, that was fun, Michael. That was awesome. Okay, let's see how much rating we gained. That was like undrivable. That like just from being in this, I don't know why. I just get the feeling this car, it just behaves really weird in the slipstream. I don't know what, like the braking performance just drops on this thing when you're in the slipstream. Like it locks the front so easily, it just won't slow down. And then when you're in the slipstream, like obviously you saw it in the wet, it does the weirdest stuff. Like in the, like just, it just feels like the aero just wears off on this thing so quickly. Let me sign up for this. Can I sign up for this? I'll look at the results in a second. Where are we? Sign up for the next one. Okay, if we got 4 minutes. And then we'll see what we got. The car is good. I don't think it's the fastest one. Like a lot of the hypercars are getting around the 323, but some of the faster ones like Ferrari and Caddy, they're like the 323.1. I reckon there's one guy who I think got 322.9, but they're down there. But then the rest of them are all kind of in the 323 area as like fastest esports time. And then you've got the Alpine, which is like 324, like a low 324, because it hits like 325 kph on the straight. But that guy had a really good setup, the Chantelope or whatever his name was, because he was gapping me on the straights as a Valkyrie. So I want to know what setup he had. Let's see, how do we go? Oh no, that's the Le Mans race. We did all right in this one the other day, 326.5 with race fuel. That was the test event. Oh, the results haven't come through yet. Man, I need some water after that. That was stressful as hell, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. That was a fun race. So we're going to do one more and then we call it. And this is the general like format that these streams will be in. They'll be twice a week for you. One on the Friday and then one on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. Depends if I'm working on them in the morning or not. Because when I stream, I have to stream quite late. Does Coach Dave know you have a blue badge? Nah, don't tell him. I just lost it the other day from those. So I drove Toyota the other day. This one here. Well, yeah, the other day I was streaming the Toyota and I had 4 DNFs and it just tanked everything. Like I lost silver too. It made my badge go down to blue. Yeah, it was so bad. But yeah, it'll be like this. I'll show you guys the track, do the track guide, and then do 2 races. And it should last around like the 4-hour mark, basically. Oh, our friend Owen's in this race as well. In the BMW. Okay, not bad. Okay, race should be... How come the results haven't come through? Oh, no, here we go. Let's see what we got. Breakdown. Okay, let's see. What did it expect us to finish? You expect to finish 7th. Okay, yeah, so good gain. But bad qualifying made me lose some. See, even like not qualifying well hurts you pretty hard. Oh, it's about to hit Silver 2 again. Yeah, we just had the 2 contacts with the Alpine, and that was it. That race, okay. Right, the next one should be ready. Is there something wrong with the notifications? They're not popping up. I definitely signed up for it. You know, usually there's like a thing in the top right. Yeah, I'm definitely signed up. There's supposed to be like a thing in the top right. And that was so fun. I hope it doesn't rain this next race though, because that was very stressful. All right, service should be starting in a second. Because who was saying, was it Michael that was saying that doesn't always rain? Yeah, it was Michael saying it doesn't always rain. All right, let's see how we go. Fingers crossed for no rain this time. Now, you guys probably noticed this setup, it doesn't have brake migration turned on. It's actually off completely. And you'll probably notice a lot of setups aren't using it at the moment because there's something, I don't know what it is. Even if you have 0.5% brake migration on this car, it's that 0.5% brake migration, no matter how much you make the rear go down to the brake bias down to the rear, it just, the brake migration causes these like front locks all the time. Why are you using dry lining wet and complain about lack of grip? Because I'm struggling. It was my first wet race, okay? I never did the iRacing wet track stuff yet. So I don't know the wet line stuff, you know? But I'll get used to it. I'll just quickly load the setup. Quality balance. But yeah, I really rate these balanced quality setups, guys. They're not designed for pure esports pace, but they're quite quick and drivable at the same time. Like, they're much better than the base, or not the base. They're better than the default setups, but they're better than the safe setups. They're not going to be as fast as the esports setups, which are very aggressive, but they're just like, they're in the middle. They're more towards the pace, but still quite drivable. These are really good. Like, that thing was so drivable in the wet there. Like, it was actually not too bad. I thought I was going to be spinning and crashing all over the place, to be honest with you. Although I did baby the car quite hard. 777, max the tape out. $505, yeah. $50.1. Yeah, it's variable. My friend has been hammering this combo. You always get wet weather. He's unlucky. He's like me, man. I'm just always unlucky with traffic and everything else. 7.7. Cool. All right, quali starting. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to not click the setup and see what happens, okay? Let's see if it gives me the default setup. Oh, what do we need? We need double of 16. No, double of 17, so that's 34 liters. 35. We just go 35 to be safe. So this should be enough for 2.2. There we go. Now, guys, with these Coach Dave live streams, if you've got any kind of feedback or anything, just send me a DM or send one of the, like, James or Steve or anyone from any of the Coach Dave staff a DM, just anything, because we just want to keep making these better for you at the end of the day. Okay, let's warm these tires up. The good thing though is the softs, they warm up quite quickly, so not as punishing as the like the mediums usually take about 3 to 4 laps, but the softs are good after the out lap. They're usually good enough. But it's good to learn that stuff though, because like with the wet, because I actually have very little wet racing experience in general, in sim racing in general. So I need to do more wet races like that so I can just get used to it. So the tires should be about 67 or something like that degrees by the time we finish the Porsche curves from memory. And yeah, I definitely recommend you guys give these, if you already have a subscription to Coach Dave Academy, definitely try these balance setups up. They're really good. I actually rate them. It's just, you know, like the thing with an esports setup, at least for me personally, you guys can tell me what kind of experience you've had with it, it's different. But for me, when I use an esports setup, very aggressive setup, I need to drive like for like an hour beforehand. Otherwise, I'm really struggling with it. Like I need to really just get used to it. Even if I've already driven it in the past, I have to always spend like an hour before a race driving it. And that's why I really struggle. Some of them don't have that time, but these balanced ones, they're decently quick and they're not like that. Like you can usually just jump straight into them. And they're drivable enough so that, yeah, you're not gonna struggle too much. You won't get the pace, like the full potential that an esports setup would, where you can get a pretty decent time. Because you, come on, mate, be kind, Red. Be kind, my friend. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out that braking point now, like the turning point there. Oh, not too much. Okay, it's gonna suffer, but it's alright. Yeah, I put too much throttle there, like I explained that not to do, and it made me slow for the entry into the final chicane. That's alright. Oh, it doesn't want to slow down there, man. Jesus, I might have to turn the brake bias up a little bit. I can't get it slowed on that first lap. It's fine after that corner, but that first lap is always like that. It's so difficult. Hello, Mr. Butsiadis. How are you, my friend? I can't type while I'm in the game. I probably lost like 4 to 5 pence from that chicane there. Bit too much curb. Yeah, I reckon I would have lost like 4 to 5 pence from that first chicane. Oh, good, Butsiadas. I'm glad that's helping you out. I think I just did a bit more aggressive on the brake pedal for that first corner. Let it rev out for the 7th gear. I had to lift too early. Yeah, not great. 27.4. Okay, but I would have lost 5 tenths alone. 4 or 5 tenths alone from that first corner because I couldn't get slowed down. It's alright. These things happen. Glad it. Okay, so it's just a full. So we just got to remember it's 11 laps the race. So we just got to make it one lap. Like, yeah, when we do the pit stop, and fingers crossed it doesn't rain. Okay, I'm gonna do the setup now. Let's see if it's if it gives me a def. Because what happens, right, is sometimes when it changes the session, it goes back to the, even if you've got the setup ready, it goes back to the default. And you join the race, you start the race and you're like, why does my car feel horrible? And it's because, yeah, it's flicked it over. Race balanced. Rains from 20 to 30 minutes in. Yeah, it's like right at the pit stop, basically. Should we try to lift and coast this time, guys, in the last 7 laps? Or actually, can you? Now, you probably actually can't even do it. And now I think about it, you probably can't even do it. We'll put some tape on the car, actually. On the radiator and see what happens. 50.1, max this out. Yeah, so next week we're probably going to use the Porsche because I drove the Porsche when the time model came out and it drove like a dream on the fixed setup at Spa. The brakes are so good on that thing. You just like brake so late. It's all you brake almost like as late as the previous time model, and the thing just it doesn't lock up. It's amazing as compared to this thing that's always locking the fronts. All right, let's see how this goes. Cool. Let's flick over. Okay, so we're starting in P3 this time. I could have done it. I could have probably gotten to P2, but yeah, I screwed up that first corner. Some of my races have had yeah. So this one, the one we just did, it started dropping. Like the raindrops were coming right when we were driving in the pit lane. That's why I'm wondering, can we last one more lap, or is it not possible with this double consumption? I'm gonna say it's not possible with the double consumption, maybe, because you would have to lift so much. In GT3, the fast guys are doing it? Okay. So maybe you can. Should we try and lift? No, we'll keep it simple today, fellas. We won't do that complicated stuff today, okay? We'll just have fun and relax. Yeah, the two things I'm struggling the most with this current tire model is one, like knowing where to brake in the slipstream. To be honest, I didn't really feel it in the Cadillac. It's in the Valkyrie I feel it heaps. But in the Cadillac, it was like pretty easy to brake in the slipstream. And knowing where to brake on this first lap, like with the tire warmer temperatures. Because you see, I'm lifting really early and being really cautious. But I need to practice and see how I can be at the limit at this temperature. So that I don't lose too much time or even gain time on people during the race start itself. All right, here we go. One more race, fellas. Hopefully it goes well. Oh, that was a quick start. Oh, got me by surprise. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is not ideal at all. Oh, I lost so many positions. What the hell? Okay, concentrate, Alex. It's all good. It's all good. I lost so many positions on the straight there. Alright, so there we go. Let's settle in. I didn't turn off the pit limiter too late, but I got jumped like four positions? Crazy. These guys were on it. It came up pretty soon. The green light. There's a slight randomness to it now. Oh no. Oh, I thought that guy spun. I'm so lucky. Please, sir, give me slipstream, Valkyrie. No, he's giving it to the caddy instead. Give it to me, not him. Please. Okay, we're sharing it now. He's being kind. He's letting us share slipstream. This is so scary, dude. Oh, shit. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. He actually did pretty good to control it. Oh my god, that was so scary. Is it bad that every time I hear your mic cuts out, it was close, it was close. I'm wondering, do I have to start using traction control off for the race start in the Valkyrie? Because I got jumped like 4 positions at the start of the race there on the green light. Like, I know that the LMDHs will usually jump you. Because they have a better traction on throttle. But yeah, that was 4 positions gone on the green light. Good exit. Nice, we've got quite a bit of time on him there. Aero wash. Okay, yeah, we're making, yeah, okay, so we can still pull this guy on the straight. Oh my god. Whoa! Nice racing, sir. Good job, good job. It's not over yet, though. Now it's my turn. Oh, good defense. Let's keep pushing. Catch up to P4 now. Oh, I'm going to have to defend, actually. Yeah, he's going to get me. Have to defend. I have no choice. Look at it. That's his game of slipstream. Oh, we got it, fellas. Look at that. But he's got slipstream again. Should I maybe just let him do it? I think I should let him get in front and follow him again to try and catch up to this Alpine here. I reckon we let him get in front. Oh my god, what are you doing, dude? No, this is not a good idea. That is a very risky move you went for. That's okay. Okay, let's work together now, my friend. Remember, we are working together, all right? Because we need to get, we need some slipstream off of each other to catch up to the guys in front. Nice. All right, let's work together, Mr. Carton Bit. Nice. I'm not going to do it. If I get in front of him, I'm not going to defend this time. Because I want to work with him. Alright, come on, buddy. Let's work together. We've got to catch this Alpine. We can't let him have it. We've got to catch the Alpine, my friend. Nice, nice. Let's go. Come on, buddy, keep up. I need your slipstream. Because you'll get me now, and we won't defend it. Oh, he backed out. Okay. Maybe this time. And hopefully those guys battle each other so we'll be able to catch up again. He's on soft tyres, the guy behind. So he might be struggling now. Nice, getting a bit of time to the guys in front now. Okay, getting closer. Oh, our Cadillac friend cut the track. Oh, understeer. Okay, all good. So I still see nothing. I'm going to put, just in case. Okay, we're almost in slipstream now. Okay, we'll leave it like that just in case. Too much curb. Need one more 10 for slipstream. We're almost there. Oh, we got slipstream, fellas. Here we go. Lock in. Oh, no, it's bought. He gets such good traction. The Cadillac gets an amazing corner exit every time. Nah, need a little bit more time on him. Now we got slipstream, I think. He's going to gain a 10th on me, probably. Oh, no, he screwed his exit up. Okay. Ah, aero wash. Oh God, don't do this. Okay, he just shoved me off the track. Fair enough. Fair enough. Some people just don't have the best racecraft. All good. Oh, don't lock, don't lock. Okay, oh, I saved it. See what I'm saying? It's so easy to front lock. The car hates heavy braking zones. That's it. Just stick with him. This is good racing though. Tough. But because of this fighting, it's going to be hard to get P3 now. Okay, just stay with him. We've got one more lap after this before we have to pit. See what I'm saying? I was so hard on the brakes there, and the car just would not slow down. This is what I'm saying. This car struggles in the slipstream, like with its actual performance. The Cadillac, when I drove the Cadillac at Spa when the time model came out, it never had that issue. But you saw I almost ended up hitting him in the rear, even though I braked super hard and braked like fairly early enough. Didn't matter. Oh god, almost died. Almost died. So what I'm doing, I'm lifting a little bit now before the corners, because I'm in his slipstream, because that will just hopefully give me a little bit more virtual energy to him. But no, never mind. He's on 20. He's on a percentage higher than me anyway. Whoa, hello friend. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm actually brake there. I think we'll get him though, because like my pit stop is 1 second faster than his, because I don't have a hybrid system. We're gonna run. I think we're gonna run. Here we go. V12. Don't let me down. Squeeze him. Oh! Neck code. Sorry, buddy. I gotta be careful being next to people, because I gotta remember I'm from Australia, so okay, fair enough. So when I'm next to people, there's a pretty high chance that I can end up making contact, even though we're not actually making contact. I don't think I'm worried about the Toyota, because that thing's pretty slow on the straights. Is it going to start raining, I wonder? Oh dear. I don't know if it's going to rain. It's still mostly cloudy. He screwed up again, but we're at the pit stop, so... Oh no, what do we do, guys? What do we do? They're going wets. They're going wets, fellas. Let's see. They're going wet, so let's just do it. Oh no. Fingers crossed. What's my luck? It's not going to rain. Just wait, it's not going to rain, is it? And these tires are going to be so hot. Looks like everyone went... Well, looks like everyone went wet. I should have just risked it, eh? I should have just gone for the, I should have just gone for the mediums and just tried to stay out. But it gets wet really quick, so, like, you lose the advantage anyways. Like, there's not much time that you gain from going on to the mediums. It's going to turn me, isn't it? I feel too much. Yeah, I should have... He's done 11 laps for sure. I have to lift now. Have to give him way. Oh, no, there we go. We're on, boys. We're on. The rain's here. So better get ready to start changing some electronics. Okay, nice. I think these guys went one extra lap, some of them, because they wanted to see what happened, which is pretty smart if you think about it from them. I think I screwed up though. I forgot to drop the virtual energy. I just wasn't sure if it was going to rain or not. Oh god. Oh, cold tires. Be kind, be kind. He's going to get me anyways, I think. Yeah, you'll get me. Oh, I'm supposed to give him the position, aren't I? Yeah, I'm supposed to. Do the right thing. Lift a little bit. We don't have to change anything yet on the electronics. I could probably go rearward one anyways now. Use that guy for some slipstream. All right, let's see. How wet is it? It's still damp. That's unfortunate. And that's unfortunate as well. Okay. Here we go. The Alex K traffic luck is taking effect already. I'm just going to eat this. Did some people stay out or something? They must have stayed out for one more lap. The car, I might go like this now. One lower. Oh my god, the front locking, the front locking, the front locking, the front locking. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I told you every time, this thing is so bad in the slipstream. It's so bad. I gotta let him go. Sorry, buddy. That's my fault. You go, you go, you go. He spun out as well, but oh my god. The front locking. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. In the slipstream, I really don't like this car. Like, the braking just, like, falls off. It's so weird. Because I braked early, and it's still, like, the front's just locked almost instantly. But it's okay. Look, the car's still alright. I don't think we really lost anything. We're still fighting with this guy. Alright. Sorry, it's already starting to get too wet now. Yeah, we're gonna have to. But even with it, because I had that last race, I had 49.6 last race, and it was fine. It's just when you're in slipstream in this car, the braking performance just drops. Like, it's really not, it's not good. Because it's losing the extra downforce because you're in slipstream. I don't think we lost much though. Yeah, I don't think we did. Oh. I think this guy's on his medium still. Yeah. Oh no, he's on wets. Never mind. Like 49.2 should be fine. It shouldn't be an issue because it was. That's why I used last race. Thank you, sir. Oh no! Yeah, nah. Every time you're in slipstream, the braking just drops. It's so bad. I think because it was warm as well, we would drive 2 laps on these tires, on the wet tires. I think that's, yeah. It just snaps like this. It becomes extremely difficult. Oh my god, it's not good. Because the tires are damaged now. Now, the rears are snapping, so now I have to move this forward. I'll put it on 49.6 and see what happens. Because I braked so early there. Still wasn't enough. Yeah, the tires are too hot. I maybe should have left them alone at the in that first 2 stints. Maybe I should have taken it a bit easy because now they're too hot. GG, the rain takes everybody. Let's see, I won't give up though. We'll see if I can get even. Oh, the Alpine dropped a lot. He must have crashed. Because he was P3, wasn't he? So we'll see. Maybe I can get P3 back. Because whenever I hit the brakes now, the rears just want to snap. Because they're too damaged. Oh, goodness me. Oh, it's so difficult. People spin to me like, yeah, we'll see what happens, I just got to really be careful on the brakes now because it's, it just wants to snap, the rear just wants to snap so much now. I probably have to put it on 50.1 maybe. Oh, it still doesn't want to, and it wants to just spin as well. So let's go P3, we'll just go P3, P1 and just set it there now. It's unfortunate because we're looking good there until that happened. Yeah. It's just like constantly snapping now. Because I think they're too damaged maybe. Let's see. Yeah, 14 seconds gonna be hard now. So yeah, now I have to try and move the brake bias forward more to try and stop it from locking. Because what's the temperature's not bad, but I think they're damaged. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I did decent in the wet last race. I survived the whole thing, but this race I got a little too cocky and then paid for it. That's alright, this is what happens, you gotta learn. Oh no, someone crashed up there. Oh, that's the Cadillac I was fighting with. Oh bro, his car's done. Yeah, his wheel is gone. Okay, that's one freebie. I mean, I had a red front wing last race as well, and it was okay. Like it was manageable. It's just because I think that one lockup was really bad, and it just damaged the tires a lot. But yeah, I mean, of course, the front it's going to contribute, of course. But yeah, once you damage the tires in this new tire model, like that, like one bad rear spin. And it's like almost like you might as well pit for new tires again, pretty much. But we won't be doing that. But yeah, that's just one thing. So I've been driving the Valkyrie for 2 weeks now, and that's the main issue I see with the car is obviously the brakes, but it's especially the brakes while in the slipstream. It's so bad. Like the car just all of a sudden loses all its stopping power. Oh my god. Now we have a yellow rear. Yeah, the car loses the stopping power and then it locks up so easy. So you got to brake like extra early compared to like if you because I remember using the Caddy in the first week, right? And it was fine. I remember racing at Spa. Oh god. And it was absolutely fine. Like I had zero issues with it. But yeah, this thing I'm just like I've had like maybe that accident at the chicane at the second not this PlayStation, the next one. Oh, it's so hard, dude. But like yeah, that accident that we had, the first rear lockup, I've had that accident there like maybe 3 times in the past 2 weeks, and it just you brake early and it still doesn't want to stop. It's just yeah, you gotta. It's just a quirk of this car, I guess. You got to brake even earlier, or probably I could probably lift a bit earlier and then brake. Maybe that might do better. Probably something to try next time. Yeah, I want to do another one now. This was fun. Should we do one more? It's up to you guys, because I enjoyed this. This was good. Oh, turn, please, turn. Still 14 seconds. I think it might stay that way. It's 2 more laps. Yeah, extremely wet. But definitely lifting before braking in the wet is helping a lot. Because you're giving the car, I can see, is that I think it's an LMP2. Is that an LMP2? Nah, it's an LMP2. Because it gives the car a chance to settle before you start doing some heavy braking. Oh, we're still up in P6. It's some on DNF maybe. Oh no, we're both doing it! No! We're twinning! I'm sorry, sir! Yeah, the car is just performing like rubbish now. It's no good. We both did the same thing, dude. That's so funny. I think his race was done anyways. Oh, come on, turn. Oh, man. I need to watch. Hey, thank you, brother. Have a good day. Look after yourself. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, the tyres feel like squares. What we can do next race, should we try do lift and coast and see if we can, we try last the extra lap and let's see if it helps us. Try and jump some people. Oh no. Stay away from the curbs. Not good, not good. Yeah, 1 more lap to go. Yeah, and you can't turn the wheel too much, I noticed here. Like, even if your tyres are okay, if you turn the wheel too much there, that just makes the car spin in the wet too. And see, I'm going like more towards the middle of the track now. I'm not going all the way to the end. It tends the car has a little bit more grip there because you're off the rubber. So we'll try that for the rest of this lap as well, just see what the grip feels like, just staying away from the very edge of the track. Oh no, we're just gonna spin instead, that's fine. Oh my god, it's so brutal, dude. Could be okay. Yeah, it's okay. I think in the wet as well, the flags go off pretty quickly too, like pretty easily. Yeah, it definitely performs better. I think I just braked too late for that last chicane. Like, you can feel the tyre has a little bit more grip on it. It's still obviously pretty flooded regardless anyways. But no, it's pretty good. So I'll stay away from that curb there, yeah, like that. And it just seems like it performs a little more consistently. We still managed to keep P6. I think I prefer the Porsche over Aston in this, having them run both in the 2.4 hours. They were... Oh yeah, okay, yeah. like I said, the only complaint I've got, Alison, with the Aston Martin is it doesn't, like the performance of the car drops in the slipstream heavily. Like you get way more, like obviously every car's going to get understeer and every car's going to have to brake earlier, but it seems like it's worse. Like the issue is multiplied in this car because the brake performance just falls off so hard in this thing. Yeah, if you're in open air, exactly, Alison, if you're in open air, the brakes are nice on this car, but then if you're in the slipstream, you lock the fronts and like the car won't stop in heavy braking. It just refuses to stop. And then you end up having to go on the brakes extra long and then you lock the rear. That's how it happens every time. Oh God, it's very wet. Well, that's a shame. If we hadn't crashed in the wet, we would have finished maybe on the podium because we were ahead of the Toyota. So I think we would have maybe finished on the podium again this race. I'll do one more. I feel like doing one more. Yeah, it's good practice for me because I never drive in the wet, so I need to start doing this stuff more. Oh God. Yeah, once you're in the exactly right. Once you're in the slipstream, Alison, not a day to remember. Hey, it wasn't that bad. It was P6. We're still in the top 10. Jeez, they're rough, these engineers. Yeah, once you're in the slipstream, you have to brake so early, like so much early, because the performance just tanks. I wonder if I might still gain rating for this. Maybe we'll see. Okay, we'll do one more. Unless, I don't know if Ulti's still here. I don't know if he reckons I should stop. But yeah, I feel like I'm having fun, so I feel like I'm doing one more. Where are we on the leaderboard? Ugh. What do we need? A 24.8. Realistically, we can probably get around here, I'd say. Yeah, 26s. Okay, we'll sign up for one more. We'll do one more. Oh, is the server's dying? No. Because I know that they're running the 12-hour race at the moment. I was planning to do the 12-hour race, but they just didn't give good times for it. I was able to choose. Oh wait, no. Wait, no, my headphones are gonna die. Actually, wait, let me test something out. Because these headphones last 4 hours, that's why it was like perfect. Wait, let me see something. I'm gonna change the source, and you guys tell me if it's still working. Oh. All right, I'm just gonna change the source over here. Oh no, I took it out. Nah, I better call it, guys. Yeah, because the headset's gonna run. These wireless earbuds are gonna run out. But so next week we'll do the Porsche. What are the daily races next week? Let me check the Discord for you. Oh, I'll find out. Where is Discord? Let me just unregister for this. Let's see. So next week's races, guys, we've got. LMU schedule. Okay, so next week's hypercar races, we have the. Did they delete it? 24th. Then they've deleted the schedule. Yeah, they took it off. It was here yesterday. It was like Kota and Imola, I think, or something. I'll check our results. Yeah, I think it was Kota and Imola last time. But yeah, we'll see what they change it to. Yeah, so Friday we'll do like the fixed race, whatever the fixed race is for you guys. So same thing, track guide and then 2 races. The fixed races are shorter, so you might be able to do 4 races, like we'll see. As long as it's within a 4-hour time period. And then Saturday or Sunday, I'm working afternoon, so it'd probably be Sunday. I will do the whatever the open race is, coat or whatever, same thing, track guide, and then 2 races. But this was fun. I liked it. Again, guys, just give whatever feedback you want. Put it in the Coach Dave Discord or send it to me directly so we can just make this better for you, because I enjoy doing this. I was doing this kind of teaching style, like teach the track and then do 2 races. I was doing that on my channel previously, and it was really fun. People really enjoyed it, gave me a lot of good feedback. So yeah, hopefully we can just continue to help you guys. Hopefully the Le Mans track guide helped you guys out. I will be live on my channel tomorrow. I'm doing a Le Mans League race, so check the link in the description. My my YouTube channel should be there. All right, guys, let's finish off. Again, thank you to everyone that tuned in today. That was really fun. I had a great time. Have a great week, and I will see you tomorrow maybe. Okay, bye.